Nyina yedi nkomo no a yese eden na oman no eye ede ama me anopa mi pese ubisa ho se eden na wo nso oye de ama oman Ghana. What is your contribution? We've always been talking about our rights, our rights. This morning I want to ask you, what's your responsibility? What is your responsibility developing the country called Ghana, contributing your quota to Ghana's development? And pay and no komo and I mean AD. Me pesa otia se meme wa me chefa onso wa chefa yakeka bomu a and o my Ghana be fa ntoma pa afra ukuada no pa Daybreak dwumadie wo fache television so Kofi Frimpong ewa ha Afia chumwa Kaakyire medini Kojo Marfo kasamafo ene ekosi da pem kai say agudie mu nsam ye de bebro. Liverpool did well yesterday, but it was not good enough to qualify for the next stage of the competition. You would always have to be prepared. You don't have to wait for last minute. Ntim komono ai kai no sa then ekoso on the local front. Football. The Bankrata uncommon sign a home 7 etie. And opay, we are told that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Mampeni free primary health care. Obepa hon toma. Na yeye wasante eni kumase enkomo wa ha esesi yedi. Enkomo no mu baako efa yenkane ya ho asem. So the regional chairman spoke and is catching fire. Ye dwadifo a wo krom akasa. Wo mo se emfie beye miensa ne nan mu ene ye ka se ye siesie baabi ama won. Nti ye yi won afiri baabi a wo mo wo no, ye mfa wo mo nko race course na enche kra. Ye beba na ya mo mo aye adwuma no wo mo ho ahenhan wo mo. Besi nnura anope ya me no ka se wo so wo nhui. Nti wadi nkomo anope sa nkomo no nso yet bebro abedwafo tenase a enkomo kese no yedini nyina ebebro anopai. Let's do our African proverb, but you can always join us on our Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, on your X platform, Fache Television. If you want to send us a voice note, a text message, WhatsApp message 020-754-3637. Yes, let's have a conversation this morning. As always, interactive. It's not intercourse, but it's interactive. And okay, let's do the African proverb. The African proverb this morning says, having a good discussion is like having riches. Having a good discussion is like having riches. That's the African proverb for this morning. Afia.
Yo, African proverb ya no pay ye de ebra wono wo se enkomopa ema hunya. Eye tie enkomopa ema hunya nti we kire se wudi enkomopa enkomo a wudi ya wadwene ye fine no. Eboa papa ema wadwene mu edokọ akire na ede ahunya soronko bi ebraw enkomopa no kra eye den eye enkomo a eye enipa asetena mo si nkonwa na motoato adwene no a motoa no nya sebe nkwase adwene ana adwenhunu bia ye mfamfa so mrem na mom adwentoato papa enkomo anipa tena sese wodi a wonam so timi ede esia bibi efiri won ho enkomo a wudie na adwenpapa etaya kire no wa wi a uhunu se wanya abrabom suahunu bi ede afiri mu ete se de onipa enya ne ho se yesika ahonya ema asetena mu ayemre na niema nyina akoyie fefefe ma no sa pepepe ena wudi nkomopa etimi ma wonya niema eno so eboa wo ewo dada asetena mu se nkomopa wo hoyi ehu hia enkampani mu bese enkomobone sei obrapa se sebio wo do ho ebo kokwahwe kwafo na da bia motinsadwase mo bosri hehe obetwamu a ne to ewo so ho asem na moka ne mpokua esisi nanimu eho asem na moka enkomohunu ena mudi a da wo firi ho ebedru fi a wo hunu se wadwene mu kura ye ha wan fa de papa bia emfiri sa nkomobone no amukodi yenu mu amma na mom sa woni intellectuals ehia na nkomo amudie no efa abrabomu kankro ho efa ekwan a wo betimi afa so na watintim adwuma wahwa so yie atoto niema ma adwuma no atumpon a wo beda wo kete so kra na otirim ye odede frise enipa a wonu wo muhia ye no wadi nkomo bi ama wo so afa bibi afiri mu wanya nyansasua bi afiri wo nkomodie mu a se wo de ball bra ebetimi aboawo na won so wakọ wanim na watumpon enkomopa ema enimdie enkomopa ema wo ye nyansafo na eniema papa enkomopa ede bebra wo no obia ntimi enye emfiri wunsam ente se de ukura bibi physical na obi ahia wo na ne ho odense ne wonti wo woro ka wa free wa battery jesa ne ho odenti ade no wo som sa wo je afiri wunsam a obepopo wa na waje ade koro no we so de eye de unya ya awura wadwenem wonne enipa wo masua de na de sua no achi nso efie nyansa eka ho enanteye enti wafa bi eniema bebre afi won mo nchen ewurawura wadweremu ti baabia wo be find yourself no wo de saa eniema no a wosua ye no eye adwuma na de ka wonante ho a na aboawo ama wabrabo asiwuye enti ye kasa wealth a yenkasa eyesika ahunyanko a anase bia wo agudie ne mpempena ahodo bebre na ne wo se aha manya me ho na mom ahonya enkomopa ede bebra wo no so yetimi ekasa no so eye wealth enti good discussion ema unya wisdom ema unya eniema bebre life experiences bi a wo benya ede afiri nipa a wo do wo ebo wo mo no ho ni nyina eye kind of wealth enti se wonni sika nkasa kra ewo ho na wo niema papa etise yi a eno so wanya ahonya fi sa adwene no a wanya afiri nkomopa mu no ena ebeboa wo na atenetene wo agaido ewo obra kwantuo ya wonamu no na watimi atutu anamo asiyie wabobrapa waye bibi pa bia daache ebetena ho afebo na wadidi ho amanchirima so abetoa so tianopa de ye kan nyina ne se entena afedifo tenabia se de enwom baako eka no pe enipa wo madwene mu do people that you can tap positive things from na anyone mo nante na mudi nkomopa no na wonso wunya abrabom suahunu na wode etu wanamon ewate asefo asase so na sedwase nkomode emwa titwon ho efri ayonko bone eho na fa ho bo ayonkofo pa omo betimi aboa ema awama wabrabo etimi etumpon anopai e beda wase bebre se wanya bre na watie ya African proverb yimu afutuo kakrai na wode beye adwuma na mfaso abaso amana daache wugina baabia na wokɔ nsira washira Fache TV any Daybreak team se yen kakrawa mu ya anopa bia yedenam African proverb yi so ebrewi etimi aboa ewo abrabom nyame nshira webre
Kofi etse
nyame adom fa nyame adom
bibi ekoye
basha nyame adom ho ye ba
okay
fa bibi ekoye openi that's why is as
British boy
as
British boy British boy
when you as well be government
there be no American
okay
and afufuro bi
oh there be over
afufuro bi
the afufuro one ke jawa de waka
na boy no they say we ato right
fine
the first na that left and as is a curve cra
I see a
curve oba be entra
oh fine and na yi mi na me da ti me ni ba mo ze de atum
wo wani ba ho so no na ne wo yiu no
o de atum ti amama ntwa kakra
oh okay dabra wo kona un kreska Kofi
over
brandy over senu over say brandy o Kofi o kona un kreska
over say banka de
so what cut down or tese onu so ayam fum so ntu ntua wo de patapa so re afi okọ
banka so
na pe wa dia e dada
edu ba bi a munye ka ne ma yi o
na onya be fanfa we ni right
na ntu ya say
over
wo be good business no
over say we dey mansre no de atunti e me ma mfuyi
mene na nka me yi aboy di film say be wie na nwi ni utirim Kofi anopai yen sha siem fi kejetia enti me pacho me de mo ba komo achi kakra se de be ya kejetia nkomo no obeti ase kejetia ye wo phase 1 and ye wo phase 2 enti securing the business and the next administration taking over on the project. It is Obekaya Ebra na Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly Chief Executive Eye Openi Osei SB Enei Oni aban edine den fi se adwuma aban de share nsa wo National Service Authority ho no wom se wa money bra na se de se so obo no nti oni aban ejina court a wom di nkomo Ebra oye Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly Chief Executive ena enkomo ekoso na obo amane se kejetia no sika ye de beye kejetia no eda ho eche ade na eche fi se adwadifo a eseso wo mu free kejetia na wo mu ba race course se de be ya ebetimi asi kejetia na ma wo mu no enya ade a wo mu aye wo mu adwen se wo mu tu afi kejetia ho dieja oman no titiriw yen ye wo Kumasi ne na sante e ka kire adwadifo ne se sika da ho de ebesi bibia efe na be ma mo ho ahenhan mo de a ene mo mra race course na yensi kejetia no mamo acha mfie mienu ne awie na afi mu nyina mo asan aba na mo abedi nkomo no mo abeye adwuma na mo dwetire no ankohye bio ana adwadifo iti ase omo ba race course no na race course yenye ho bibi surunku bia na nso agya wo mo te ase efi se ye wade pa ewo ye anim emfie mienu na chi no na kejetia adwadifo no da so ati race course nsuo ateche nkane ani ho ntini ye bo administration no so bo se na den na yenua meme mo ye wo mu sei se sika da ho de a emfie mienu mo hwe na mo ni nkomo na mo nye ne esese mo ye na meka se ti radio so ne yedi nkomo enra maami bi di nkomo maami no a me ni di nkomo radio so yentie na asem o kan ye about 2-3 years ago ebra na kejetia bosha ye de ahye omo no emamu no
Ekomudie asante mai Ghana mai empanyimfu a edi kuro yi so mekire Kumase mekire Ghana omunhunu se edwa no emza no pe ni party se mema na ekasa pa but emanso na do so wom ekomudie ne ye ma senka camera wa hanka amansan nyina behu se me ne me ba nete ha
omutwa ni nyina
ayo yetu ye na menyima akora yi ada ye keka ye ho se ye demonstration na me wo akora yi ti na me ba radio so aya na mpese me de ne ba no eya ne papa mu a ebia nka wo se me ba yi wako school enso wote me nan so sika na we ya kofa no wo he ne ye de nako ekomu de ye ne ye ma eno ne ye ni bresam ye o enye politics na ye obia nta akire ye ni akeka ye ho abom ne ye se e wo se ye kasem cause ye na kom de ye yem politician obefidiwa consider ben se politicians so obehwe me be ya obehwe na consider ben enti se de me ya madwen se me hwe no enti nipa enti yase na omunhunu de ade no efri sani omo ka no omo akeka akọ na hye ase na mo wen na omo nim enada eni ade a ya ka akire yen say mu ho baabi wudi tu mu omo na ye ni da omo so pa ye pay senke ebeje mpanyimfu adi se de omo de omo anu aka no ebe ya sa but eba be sisese yam ye hu se no krebi ama baabi entwa yie enti ya ma ne ntoa so ya ma atro no enko nanimu biem afei die baabi e wo bia anope na me ne radio station ba ko kasa na asemo ana wo busa me ne se enti ye gidi sa aban ni betimi aye emu aya me de ma no ne se ye de ye gidi efri se wa ye bi pen a few years ago na ene na mpoku ase ye hu se ye so kane anajo e de ye overhead mani ye yie overhead ye bowie mu tin ubedro ne aso kane na China fo gina so no omo ye adwuma within a matter of days sana mekano ne ayopoku ase awiama afa wonam ho anese wonam heaven na wo hwe fom enti ebetimi aye wo Kumase ye so omutumi ye baabi de ma ne ye dia ene ye nso ye de ne betimi ayeye omunye ma yen ne ye ma enidi ye ntimi nine politicians for the rest of our lives we don't want to omuma ya pay livelihoods and that is where our livelihoods are eno na ye busa omo ye ne omu ni bibia ye sebi ye bank kobo bosia de ye adwuma ye politicians na ma yiska no ye anso ne ye adwuma editua mami space keke se ye nyina ye kuta certificates ne se ye kwa enti aban betimi age ye nyina wa adwuma mu atua ye ka saying that some of us as entrepreneurs, this is what you want. We are doing it. Yemu bi wo ho na ya employing crofo emo aban no. Say o ma na ya form adwuma nyina agufie o. Me se na nkra 2 na ma fa ye adwuma ebi 4 ebi 5. Omo nyina akofie. At the end of the day, ebe ye burden ema Ghana man nyina. Masenka wusi ma yen a enka nkra yi nyina ya sort your mo out o wie free SHS na wanya university na me fa na adwuma se mama ne kakra o me ye bed nwa aban so akrofo ne no so saa o se nipa me akro no ma ne trimo e kom de yen a ye dwene kwan a ye be fa so adidi enti kro no na be do so enti ya kom no o mo nso ano ma yen me masem hia pa titiru no omo nso anu mai enye de face na besi ofefefe no eno ne yasem
so ye mami ye nua bayi ye ndofu ye ndihie mene no edi nkomwe about 3 years ago.
Wow.
And that was after 2 years ya hye won bo se ye be sikejetia no jomo metna race course na yewia omu nyina asan akoye omu adwuma enra they held another press conference. And that's after another 3 years.
That's 2026.
Oh, Matthias. It's a see a bisaya who say, a dreadful one. Yes, share one bo, a ye won't free baby and one more. Near country, one say. Ye could see a baby palma, Musikano ba. British government is say, I near Jumano, Ombejisikano.
A free and some.
But your enran common mamia idea no Monsan Famaye.
We gathered here at the combined Kumasi Central Market Traders Union, and we seek to address some grievances this morning. The combined Kumasi Central Market Traders Union wishes, on a serious note, to draw the attention of the government of Ghana, particularly the Ministry of Local Government and Decentralization and Rural Development and the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly, to address the growing challenges confronting traders affected by the KJTR Phase 2 redevelopment project. In 2021, traders at the Central Market were evicted to pave way for the commencement of the Phase 2 of the KJTR redevelopment project. While some traders were relocated to race course, a vast majority are scattered all over the city without permanent trading spaces, and another majority find themselves in the house practically jobless. Although the project commenced on a promising note, work has stalled significantly for quite a long time now, and the stipulated completion period has elapsed without any communication or explanation to we the affected traders. The situation continues to affect our livelihoods, something that I need not mention. Traders currently operating at the racecourse are faced with severe challenges, including poor road networks, poor sanitation, poor lighting system, and an absolute lack of security. These conditions discourage customer patronage, while the lack of security expose traders to frequent attacks and loss of their capital. Similarly, some of the traders that are left in some portion of the Central Market are still grappling with flooding, offensive sewage odor, and large volumes of debris and garbage from the Abu Lorry Station and Alaba areas. These conditions, I need not mention, that pose a serious health risk and is affecting the ability to conduct business effectively. The union recalls that during a recent visit to the Ashanti region by Her Excellency the Vice President, Professor J. Nana Opoku Ajimai, she assured traders within the region that the KJTR Phase 2 will be, the project will be resumed in March 2026. Unfortunately, we have not seen anything being done about this. The promise has not materialized. The union has gathered that the delay may be due to funding constraints. Consequently, we are calling on government to immediately release funds from the escrow accounts of the Phase 1 project that is held at Fidelity Bank and the Yasantua Rural Bank. That is to the best of our knowledge, to facilitate the continuation of the project. In view of the above, the union is issuing a very firm ultimatum to the government and all relevant authorities to ensure the release of funds and the resumption of work on the project by the end of May 2026. Failure to comply may lead the union with no option than to embark on a massive course of action.
All right. So,
Wow.
how many years now? How many years now?
3 years.
And what has happened to the promise? Bosheno, ekusi saying, Ejumano, akowie saying, Ntinebano, ene wedi saying, Nebano, ene wedi saying. Ene jidie no a edwadifo no enyaye ede ma aban no eno nso ho nkomo akosi saying. Na no na nase saying production team. Na.
Let me just take one, Mr. President. Being worked on across the country. Let me just take one, Mr. President. The one in Aflau where the chief himself has complained. On here one flower patch say e-block no oba yenya hoshi. Inti on my education minister up to February say on be hu bibi. It's and say no minister ultimatum. So abre. And you for yeah. Being worked on across the country. Let me just take one, Mr. President. The one in Aflau where the chief himself has complained. On here one flower patch say e-block no oba yenya hoshi. Inti on my education minister up to February say on be hu bibi. It's and say no minister ultimatum. So abre. And you for yeah.
All right. And so, Nana the down Kwakufu say, Mema or to me to man. Oh, how? Kona kwaye jumano. Kona kwaye. A delay. Kona kwaye. But I no pay. I want to do a very passionate appeal to the Vice President of Ghana's Republic. Mami. Enkomo no aye di ewo Kumasi kejetia edwa no ho no yesra wo pa baby bia wo fa ebeye yie enkomo bia udi a ebema kejetia edwa no se de wo be kan ye no ye be hyase na ye be wie na adwadifo na akom no mesra wo we de kotodwegu fom na adwadifo no yeyi won free central market besi nne won a wonjetire ahye won a wawu enam ka na ye dan won mu no won nyeska won di tua adwumayefo a abegu fie oti ase o se ye de won ko race course wo a wo hweme anopai se utie me nso a menim the last time I ko race course. Mekaisa somewhere around 2024 and komo ibe di and a Sampine chief executive then oni team no call ye kohwe say on betimi aye bibi kakra baby anaka be wuri akra na yasem enti yes vice president any aben ebra na na dodan kwa kufu adoko ka say obeye amoma ne nkoye mo sori gina mo se o nana wan kasa ye nyane kwan so a ade na ye ha o munti no mo ye ne saa anopai me gidi se saa kwan no aso na adwadifo e wa asante wo mo kasa yi nti ya ma ultimatums me nya sure say mo ba be ka kire se sekejitia no enne wo ho no ye pese ye kwaya ye nkoye sika no yenkofa ne yenkoye ndi maame ne kan osisika ye nim se yaboaboa no ne ba bi egu no de ye kan kire ne se te saade a ene sika wo ho nyame adom aben mo ba ye de mo kan ne se kejetia phase 2 no enam se phase 1 no mo na mo so ho dae na mo hyase nti mo nim se de ye no anope yesra mo monye no se de ye no na adwadifo no ensan kokejetia ho na omonkoye adwuma na ma ne mema ne mabunu no hyase ese wo mo ye adwuma ebema Kumasi ne Asante yenso ye ho ahenhan yen na ye ho henhan yen a ede asumdwie na eba anope aban kakra me pese me ne ho eche no I hope that mu betie no asopam na mo aye kejetia na me aka se John de oka obeye afia
oka obeyo
ayo ultimate no sa
se enyom no mo nyom ba ko
se ngu se afia hyehyehye nyom sa ya suso
no ba to no se sa
ofa
na asi nyom a
na asi ba sa nyom no no kwanya menim ni me hyede nim to
oka obeye
de menim a wo se ma is the who enonko ana
is the whole
no is the whole say you hope no what trim.
That's how we nyanyum. We a line and the amay.
And I don't. I say
to ano my
Mahama, he's the hope. He's the hope.
Just a coffee there. But the motor to you.
Oh, what's I say? And no,
Usu nim to.
And a minute
you nim to. The hope.
Mahama,
two sentences.
And I make say, I don't know, first one, or say, first, and
it will verse no. And I see you on the verse here. Can you say that will be a Jimino? Yeah, what say? Regional chairman, Edin Kojo Marfo. I can't ECG asem. Asem said the apple fast and one about ECG.
Engineers now more sabotage.
Asem one bad. Mr. Yenti Energy Minister, why? Yenti Energy Minister.
I also get reports of where in some particular districts there's lethargy. The level of responsiveness is not encouraging. Generally, I know you are doing a good job, but there are some isolated cases where I must be frank, as minister, I'm not happy with. And I've directed your MD to do some exercise there. If it needs that we should shake up, like any organization, we would have to do a shake up. But don't let us get there. You have a duty, you have your work cut out for you. Please, let's do that. You cannot have 100% system where the lights will not go off forever. Even in advanced countries, sometimes there are outages. But the response time ought to be very swift, and the response time ought to be such that when somebody experiences that complaint, you can deal with that. We're also working with them to upgrade your information system and response system, so that when somebody has a problem, you can just send a text message and send a location, and that alone should be enough for your team to move in and deal with the challenge.
If you do that, cause a ninya, and then nkofo nkoma womudi. Sources at ECG, if you are
Akofa Samaba.
They are some Makofa Bay.
Akofa Samaba.
So, see, they didn't come on. So, say, or your regional chairman for a party.
Yeah.
I was Sante.
Yeah.
It is Odim common years a pair.
There's a Samaba.
That's a Samaba. Because on Kofoso Fre, party in Peniforno. Now, so almost sabotage there. And then when you move free, you found Kofomra. Yankaniana and Nanny a doom no Chinania, Afia. Okaniana at the same.
Kania press on the say, and one muna ye walk, and one muna ye wana. Minimu say, Nana Kwasim Comono. Odino Asante Mantemu, Sankwa, Nasa Ganina, Nasaya Sante Mantema. Miss Lennon Nana Kwasina, maybe son say, a Ashanti region kwana ye experience power outages and na. I nunti akwa base osusu se engineers kane energy minister they ramati wopoku premped wo mukogu ECG ene sabotage government se sa na tie dia ene na se ECG ba bonten ebe ka bibia the statement ba se fort asemasi nti edum kane ane akoye se ya yentimemufo ye so yenyi ni o yenyi ni na kire se womo adwuma no mu no enkate bone bebre ewo mu ya won mafra papa no nti mpanimfo tare a na womo wai ya kyekire a na womo sane na eye dan so ene sese o my Ghana eduru ba bia etise
me enkomo no onim say about a month or so ago enkomo ye me bisai na metifi energy ministry say almost say transformers no almost person almost say and I'm sure across the country almost transformers no and from ECG point no there's an arrangement to change a lot of the transformers and yemu bia ya eta na omu di nkomo no there is a certain proactiveness say omunya tia and the PR ya ni di nkomo yi Say unya friend bona mane say mantam we ya.
Yeah.
A certain response.
Yeah.
I do not know about outside of Kumasi. What happens within? The announcements on the body there, of course. So when you see a say,
maintenance, yeah.
But
but offer me problem they say, and that's a me point they say fine. Chairman Akasa, and then he is speaking at the directive of say or your regional chairman Ewa Ashanti region. And the one who Ashanti region and Odi Hunkomo. Say he might think say Dumsona Ekoso Ewo Ashanti region no, and I say in Kumasi here no. A peculiar engineers are Napo Edong Begu Krum Hanom no, Omuna Edisa Adian offer. But in common say, is it only Ashanti region and the experience you Dumsona? That's the first question. It's not only Ashanti region offer.
But if you make crowd, they are not there. Now, say greater Accra for experience, no, I'm so many who come out. Say, if I'm home,
one day, I didn't know.
Maybe I'm Kumasi. Me young Kania. Some day, though. Some day, Jumon. Especially for Yaya, you used to prepaid meters.
Yeah.
What I say?
Yeah.
All my country say, Ubeniano Pepe Pa. Bosume na son. Na wato. De wo hia nyina. Eno no o moka.
Change over
nkete. Nti se me boa sika no. Na me koto de me hia bosume ni nyina. Te se mi sika na abedi mu ho.
Pa.
Nti se wo sha se wudum no a. Se du ba bia wo gu mani mu ase o.
Na so te.
Eso de ente. But obi tie kire be ye ne se dabre man. Oh, dabre omuni ska omde koto kanea.
But offer you face facts and say ECG there were huge technical challenges. And no I was say energy ministry no look at it. It's very good say in energy ministry say almost 1,000 transformers eba. Almost be replace old transformers. Now voltage is now the old one no carry no amasanso are expanded asanso can offer a very good. But offer apart from transformers the ECG home and Kasano, they also have another technical challenges which is even beyond the transformers no. And that is what I think say over the production. Production of ECG are more big problem over there. But Kame say the energy ministry no overlook the production aspect of the electricity company and other transformers, but it is very good. But then it is energy ministry should also look into that.
I thought that the generating capacity the generating more distribution they will do it the way they expected. The challenge is say, and that's why I feel that transformers in the bar air ban. Because look at the expansion. You see, but I would trade because once now when Sibia assemble. Until there is a lot of expansion going on.
Yeah.
Now transformers also overloading. I don't know from a because it's almost transformers must respond to the climate and weather arrangement. Transformer is programmed in such a way says a cobase Neja baby akokama na asaba. Enti me kra de me die say transformers nem rantem. Na omuntimi nya installations ntem.
Okay.
Na pressure no esonte.
Okay.
Because sometimes there's a platform I'm also say if you bear 4 p.m. aircon say oh pressure pa
aba
amount for mechania say obi o ha ye dum no bear 4 hours ye be da wo shiwu mu then so anto
na say asama ba
enso to crash wo mo easy
if you are wrong on that na
ane
hey I dey onya visitation nyumra omo betimi aye dum bibi di ama
visitation dey ahimia
anya wo mo a wada wo ha no ma bo awura ofie na omo dey o ha wo bre o Emi awo de omo ba no mbeto saa. Ebetimi ayi wo mani na. We go fifre pon. No, I run also or that.
Oh, mama, we be in
Say she wom ti o sa de eniema ko kaka.
We never say go fifre pon last was shoe wom ti. What the hija? Omo ba omo hu say yes. What is some for?
Some
this is for we a shake up. Minister say obehe no a shake up. As a party chairman of Frashanti.
Akasa dia.
One more party no. Increasing the numbers. Na omo win election. So okasa free Ashanti say pressure wa hanande. Oh, so see ala samu ya to.
Oh, go fast babo.
Oh, nyame no go fast babo. Asam na de no ho bae. Eti yisi judgment for yenim sam obo mo homoden. Munye bi nka ho. Na impression no.
Engosro.
Enye te say oh mo ye de esesa mo ye. Eba say ya mama mo numbers no so. Mo man mra bonten. Ya wo number bi okroma ye so fra. Ekosi nkran. Ansana ya direct number na ba.
Those three numbers.
GSRA mo amonya hu bibi ma afia bi nim ze bibi wo ha be ka ho ansana. Ya dan ye ho a.
Ai kejetia adwadifo yi. Sene wo mani abre na won mabo won ko jan mu a wo sre empanimfo na adaroma. Bibi wo ho a mo betumi aye e de afa won mo ha no ho a. Yesre empanimfo se wo monya ne sa pepepe fri se ema kwa ahuyehia mu sei na wo mo ko dwom na niema enkoyi a na ama efie ejija fise ma no ne fie na koma o mema no de wo mo yetire yaje atum na koma no a era ne fie no eye ma ema iso wo mo nyina gudwom ahomachi bia se ye fa ye ne eba na wo hwe ka mu a da bia mbibisa lord se ka ye didi ye nchemu yi ema nko a na mema no we wose ye mema ne ye twimo de mo no ema yi sori a wo mu di akukuruhwe ase se wo mu kodwa so akoton niema no anya sika ba fie ama efie no awra ne yie na wo mu kodru dwom na eniema wo hunu no moa ema wo mu sori a wo sori ahomache ne mfa so ma so a na ne wo mu koya na so mo bai wo ma kan si so people se sika na mo se bi ni ho ya no nti montimi nye phase 2 no a wo mo se phase 1 sika bi e de ba ye wo expo account mo wo ma kire se da fidelity e bi so da ya Santo Rural Bank empanimfo mo nko yo tom na mo fanya adwuma no anye sa edru May na wo mo hunu hye a hwe sa ade be kena be kodwom na hunu so obia abebie na dwosto eda no ebe dan ene atimi arane day no tie srem empanimfo vice president wo mo abodin se na no obebo won ma no hoba obehye won bo se March die na mo de monsa akọ adwuma ne ho March atwam April ne ewei yesre baabi a mututu anamo no efiri baabia no monkeka mo ho na nya ntentem se de be ya ye ma menom ya wo mo wodwom no omo so be ho be han won race course ho no nya baabia minim bebre na so asalasi a ho baabi me de car fa ho nwumre nam se na ha nti nipa te ha to ade
race course dey what you afia race course hey
Ateche pa.
race course
ani ase amna mena mu mesina security kura te se wa ha hu kanea enti wo ka se obi nkotena ho no nton ade a na asa woni nipa no ani ni yie ede na wo ye wo ho a ama ho aye nika ama eho kọ no ebe ye easy ede ama customers ekoto ade na domi abrase de obi ama o obi ama nti mame wadaroma dasrew
mami o dende mami o se oba sa na ye omo eti oka obe yo enti yesram we die mo meye maye na kejetia kejetia nkomo no yedi na ya ye nyina ye ho be henhan ebusuafo uguso a wo hwe Daybreak Fache television ye dan ye ho ye ba agudie mu nsam se de ye nsa aka no anopa hyehyehye hai na man na ba na ana ya boni di omedu ye grandpa ba ana o mai Last time players there, the Umbetia no. Menana, I said you see Peja, you see a baby too.
Papa.
I wish I were a nine on one, but since I watch television.
Adam, now so
You want to helpful. Bibia nya here. Grandpa ba. Waba.
So we do kruma de me sure.
Na obeye aduma na free hin.
Oh, say you say you coaches ne de. Omo ba bebre na kruma de omo nte ha. Omo ba be ye call up na omo ba. Say league no kromo cha dan hwe bi sa. John ba be ye call up na omo ba.
Mama grandpa amre o na omo ye hu. Team sheet. Na no me hu say we raise concerns about the guarantee asem because the other time we can see change coach player bia ho achire of course nti wona na aye number 1 wona we the first midfielder you be name a new coach would come with a new arrangement
sure
but Mr. na onya me papa bi
eno de bebam sa o papa nko ade bebam
Andrew
ebeko
Dede ayu
say so bia o clean slate nti so bia o clean slate dia na say ono so gina ye nti no and the boys he experience with team nim
okay
he's the only player that was World Cup bro nti de ekone de e say atu de de so be se ko bo World Cup
Vaz the day makra anope se me hwe na breakfast and lunch me ya ma the day nko won de udi bi ma me pe
we say ya
na makoma atobi
o de de World Cup ndo wa be sa de mranti ye die ntenten no awo ne animu wo
Obla yo na opa na se kuku hausa kuku
ofa o mama kuku na me okay
we kuku
me okay
ene kuku de se o sika 7 ye kakra bi
nka kitikiti
kuku ne si chiri open milk
dabi
open milk
kuku ne sugar no nko ana me ade ncheza
open kate
dabi unika mi madidi enya ya over dabi ni ha
Afa de do ko yeden ko yeden
ene wo se de e ma ne de upia ubu befu pa o se de wa o mpa didie
na bi over
ba ntra no ya odes no
over no kra na boa me no
sa
ya me tina ha me we na mo no dizam no na ma me we na mo no akọ we na mo no over me de mi ni ugodi se no bi a watua wa de ka over we de
na wo ni na pie no o de watua na
de wa pie o de mi di na wudi bi adentia say go to me
de menu aba na ma order de me pe na wo so order me na me se nwe na
ndisa wo di ye na order wo ya na watua na matua me de
ene ma me ntra me
be ya abrochi asetra me
sa on se no me catch us na me nyanka me go call lunch se ma nya
da say asam na order to aso no
nti mpesa me kire se wo ye ba baby girl na me no ko ba bia na baby girl crisis say atwam my wife so on hard sa
Tina no pe wasi esi o kama.
My wife hardens her.
Enya love da we yam ni.
Easy.
Oh, chredo.
So I change me nim the dim 2 years out.
Na be say baby a odo no da no. Enya ho na akoma no wo. Ye na ho ne ko
ye ntia wo ba be forward do kakra kasa da to me furu.
Ajo so do asandu o ma so.
We no mu ya no na ni aboso no.
Me so ya to ade asen ya wo ba chinchina twan. Ene kura so ni mu ze me hyewe.
Say no ana hye.
Dofo ba ko pe.
Ofa ma ya de.
Ba sa no pe bi enti o.
Ofa ma ya de.
Ye hwe o.
Ebe asa so say e ba na ye di afudie mu nsem ebe som. Me no so say ni e ba na ese de ba betwim na eche say bia yakona Daybreak abana nsem ni na no ya be pe ne puma sibre na no ma enso atimi akoye Ghana yam Premier League no emu nsem o ba be wuram wo Champions League nim ni ye didi nkomo mpanimfo kasa bebre ni na no ye de mu nsem e to ni me din no de Benjamin Jamfie Kyokon with my friend Ricardo Vaz me na yi me gina ha me de nsem no e bro no ho sade no ma no enso esi contentam so ye ni nkomo no emfam finioma eno enso toto ja na no ada na ye te say Ghana ye new coach oba na ye Carlos Kurez oba be ye adwuma no enso atimi da ma ye nipa bebre e dini ho nkomo ne ade no na wuram e wo de Ghana Football Association akachi opani a ono okọ communication department a oye panipopropo ho no enso atimi agibro fe no ye Sheikh Tofik adi nkomo na ne nkomo de na wo kyerem de ntia yetete say Kato Kragusi over 600 coaches na de omo si ba na so omo settle no wura ye fe ne Carlos Kurez.
The period of redundancy for Carlos Kurez, in fact, compared to the other coaches, is encouraging. Carlos, the last job, March 2026. And young fan is a March 2026. I think the day was 20 something. From that time to now, I've been 2 weeks back. And the period of redundancy, compared to other coaches, there were a lot of coaches that were announced in the system. Ebinum had been out of job for about 4 years, Ebinum 3 years, Ebinum 2 years, Ebinum more than 5 years. But because of the image and the pedigree that they have built for themselves, people were linking them to the Black Stars job. For example, Joachim Low. A lot of people mentioned Joachim Low as the successor of Otuado. Joachim Low, the last time he worked with a football team, either national team or a club, was in 2021, 5 years ago. You understand? But compare to Carlos is just about 2 weeks or even less than 2 weeks. So I think that he's still in the job. And so in terms of freshness and modern trends of the game, you can...
No, and some more Sheikh Tofik and so to ja uram with the Ghana Football Association Akachia and penifo mo kasadema Ghana Football Association or panidi mun tintimanya what chiremu say dientia omobo modern efa Carlos Kurez o maye adwuma emfa ma Blasters and say ohwemra ono enso ye out of a active coach in ultimate and chair into her Joaquin Love mo be 4 years as seni omun coach ye ne ade na hu hia say ye be 4 mo be di dwuma enso atimi dem na say emra aka na de prepare no so tinya say po bia ono enso free active coach mu ncheye no ma fo we friend Carlos Kurez oba be boa amane mani na no enso atimi akoya ma ye de musem no e de eto ni mene enso e wo dwumadie ni so emre no so na say accountability ba ye be sa be voice wi na ne mani na no enso atimi akoye no wura ye friend Charles Taylor oba Ghana ha na say wagini din ye pa osiakan e de ma asante kotoko osiakan e de ma hasso folk muni na ye Blasters ye local Blasters ye national team si akan bia wadin komo e de afọ pania ye friend Carlos Kurez amene woka say ono and ye head coach of the Ghana Blasters e rom e wo 2026 World Cup na say
me bobo said entwene sa na metwe by players bi wo a wonti system football star no difficult so bit masa e bi ni pate wonti min kan chem say pate football onye fast mo ball no ema e bi a striker difficult or open wins so the ball na kwa Pakasu and Kojo Marfo Sulemu amuna so mo munya ometuma amuna mu emutwe to ometuma long pass amount so what I say but place we long pass na the more so ya do okoko ball na sano aye obo etimi de be kan say players na o kan no almost on ball mutime mo sai camera dini mu ne yi no you know man na friends Naki, only be too much. I said the uncle for a crab to boy my uncle. See what Jerry, okay, so more on Baza. What you mean? See what on Baza. Or more be that. so attack no the man number 5 no. And you see document I born on pass now akwana. And you know obefa be difficult o. And you oba Ghana oba the obesa ne nsanu mum. Go on Egypt selection on fanko. E ma Ghana for.
Eno ade samo Chastela ede to dwache mu se Carlos Queiroz bebre because share Ghana yem players no na we omusisi o makan de a just say oba na afi obe developing mechanism a ebetimi aboa ma yem Blasters players no o ma effective na na obobo players bi din kire se o mmode mo no e o Blasters ni mu nkoye ni ade ade nti sede owura friend Carlos Queiroz pe ne system ne de we o si pe ne ball ne de ye gibo ni mo ne tentem fa ma strikers ne ade ade no yem players ne nya do mo ye ni ye ntia ne oba no na so be break akra eno ne nsemo Chastela ede to dwa ede mu nsem no ede so na no pai enso e wo Daybreak jumadie ne so and 10 times enwuram na afie ni nkomo e wo club football ni na se no manina no enso entimi enko ye ni edi nkomo e wo club football mu dia weekend di e MTN FA Cup na e to dwa ne ade ade a wo hwe teams ahodo a omo enso atimanya qualification mo kwa kodina mu abomodi mu nina no e prepare na afimo kwa kopiem e wo swedo ne mpotem na se no manina no enso atimi akoyi a na uhwem na hwese no ma enso siko pani ba ko a season wey wadi nkomo e wo MTN FA Cup no pa e yo pani am ye friend Frank Nelson no wadi nkomo ahead of this weekend the MTN FA Cup game one eno enso e ba so no.
Well, I think this has been fantastic year in year out. I think there's progression in our FA Cup, and one of the things we do is the rotative system we are trying to do. I mean, by this time last year, I'm sure you know that we are not talking about Swedro, or we're not talking about Accra, any other. Yeah. We are all the way in Takwa. Yeah. And we know what we all saw in Takwa. We know the euphoria, we know the participation, we know the support, the schools and every other possible. I think that's what we are trying to replicate in other sections, other regions, so that people will have the feel of what it is. MTN FA Cup is a very big trophy, everybody, because one, I always tell people that the shortest way to be in Africa is through MTN FA Cup. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, my club, which happens to be Accra, who saw the short route, could not capitalize on this. True life, we saw through True Life dealt with us in a very devastating manner, but all the same, that's all about.
And someone opening a friend of Frank Nelson to ja for MTN FA Cup no chechem say teams out there Okruma and China to say we know the shortest we are betting faso no we Africa because bobo 7 to 8 matches are what Gina the Africa no when the opportunity you have 34 games I bought in the Ghana Premier League and sana wetin yakọ Africa na say we no more fuka kan emom omo hwe say o meteki MTN FA Cup no to other regions baby ano no obi atimanya sere no ma no enso asiko so hwe last season by this time na say takwa na ne yedi nkomo na hwe euphoria na e watakwa ne ade na atim sampa the MTN FA Cup no emu nkomo e da we ne mu sem no e de ato no sign the media enso atimi yedi nkomo na say na Frank Nelson e de to anim e fa media no.
It's a trophy that people attach love to. So I believe that this year we're going to progress and we're going to make it more attractive with what we are putting in line, and we're counting on you media to help us do that, because without you it is impossible for us to progress to the level we want to. So you are going to tell the market people what we have for them in plans and the schools and every other thing. So you are first stakeholders. But I think this year will be a different one. We're looking forward to see what happens in Sweden. After then we can decide what will happen in the
no, and someone Frank Nelson to just say I dance some trough for no yes you can't be a bit me aboa e ma dwuma de ya krabe hwe na odi eto to ani ma ede mu sem no e ma eduru se do mu nya ye mo ade a mo ka ni se yi a na so ko na se eduru se wo kan ade nkyere mo de ya na so mpeso mo kyere se wo no nka ho bat ye be hwe na da bia da ye nso yatimi ade ye nko na ne mani na no enso atimi akoyie ye ntimwuram na afie nwuram e wo games ahodo no enso atimi to ja na uwuram e wo Ghana ye football ni mo a the month of March goals ahodo a players no enso atimi de to atenam no empanimfo enso atimi asone so ai goals ahodo a eno enso gina brania nioma ni na no enso betimi akoye e de amomo eno animu nsensemo a eno enso afiri ho ba Emmanuel ano de ne wahu goal a wo hye enso de tia ne timu a ye frɛ no eye Bechem United the former team no no hye sa go fefefe no enso etimi de tia no Michael Efson enso hye go fefefe we enso e de tia timu a ye frɛ no Swedro All Blacks a eno enso e vie for goal of the month of March a emu nsensem no ho a ye de air to anim sanso na branti a ye frɛ no Salem Adams enso e bo free kick we e de hye timu a ye frɛ no 11 wonders a goal we enso e vie for goal of the month of March a eno ene said yen nsensem no titi a Gerimu Semino, and so at the air to him, to share goals out and no sweating your toe to jar. Yerimu Semino at the air to him, I bet Mako, no Kako to a bashe goals in the Miansa, and the said yes, I know you dear, Nani money nano, and so at me Akuya, Yerimu Semino, and so at the air to him, now Ubo Rum and so our Bechem United Akatia, or more and so a brand table from Ramsey Auntie, a brand channel, and so a Yakwala, or no answer a call, a Tepa Senior High School, enter, Ness and what's the one and some starting D, who rum and so. A year Bechem United and Penny for and so who says so I'm call now from Cosra Qualana catch and walk on or more good luck and money nano and so intiminko yim from mana Bechem United team no or move to delegation and move Ramu and so Cosra branch of Ramsey Andrea or more chess or more Tanachi air supporting as all concluding Kudimura now from a Juma Pa or ye at my team where friend Bechem United Yadimu Semno and so added 2 and so I was Jumadi so and Nanwada Yantia and Power Bra Timwa, your friend Brekum Chelsea, a boom market him from a year. Brekum and Potom and Switch me room, or summer boy Kusia Canitia Timwa, your friend of summer test 1996. So we are more bano, Kwamu, and a Timor Dame for and so Sunny to a woman, a branch of friend Dominic from Pong, and also went to me and Yan one day. Namino Casay on Katas for one, Nabusia, Esu, Magana Maninano, and it means soon. The team one will see a kind of more partner there, a team of friend, General Football Club or more, and any parent club name on, now will see a kind, and so at a team of friend Chelsea. On loan as a team friend Diana at their branch of a Dominic from Pono at Nefam team friend Diana Okusia can academy officially a friend of Brekum Chelsea and so the crata tin and so to me about one thing na crata and tin in the Tamunani say a idea a branch of friend of Dominic no see them say on Cartas for who be more Semino Casay or no and so what a year. Nananom and so Ewan said, I have one person, Nankopon, and find a currency, now on to Shabusiare, Nano money nano, and so Entiminko ya, and no, and then some Kaakyire 6Am bar, made 2 and so Ewa Jumadine so, Yenting Rum were crying and Potom of Yenin Como, our house of folk catch it there, na house of folk management, no, and so Matti, oh, most women yasam, get to other Yanko. Na yentie in some more house of folk management no obi e catch me ba ye be wrum near the details no and so we at house
as yen pay for well yen pay for no I'm no mama team na say from management to supporters leadership we are not ready to tell ourselves the truth because I see a kind one no cry yen pay for na disappointing a match way me na watch performance of the players 10 minutes I don't pro match you know whoever say no something has transpired and they ask him paying for you should bow your head down in shame. It's a disgrace and supporters we are disappointed our management of Accra folk we can't continue like this. Our supporters we are disappointed. But me share as much you. Oh, actually, I ain't cannot correct. Nippon radio station to radio station. Supporters from Brown Park. Supporters Bapak Kanamu Bobby we say. Supporters Bapak Kanamu Bobby we say. Disappointed. As in paying for Mogu Animasi. I don't blame the players, so me blame your management.
No, I branch of a junior look to no, I supporters pianist all blasted house of folk company for chums, a more, and I'm a team friend of Accra house of folk, and sweat me just said the DJ, I'll be being Timinko. You see, I'm off one radio stations to TV stations. I bought that was a man for my house match. No, no go money match say the nyade ono enso beba be wuram e wo house folk match bia say tinton time ono mo enso atimi awia on konko wo match bia bi mo di mu nsem no e to ani ma yenso ye bo akire enso atimi dia ma wo na omunuanom kumase asante kotoko nso wuram wo ho a eja da ho ne ade na sabe ne wo kasa yi eno ani ehu se omo enso junior team no enso atimi anya qualification omo wuram enso wo middle league no na afei omo akobo also omo anya qualification into the division 2 and say no kasa de omo division 3 o manya qualification a omo enso ewuram na foma kwa akọ division 2 no omo enso betimi abo na omo ewuram anti ade a team na empanimfo enso modern mo ewo from senior team no emo mo homodin no emese nkwala ne de omo afọ mo ntuma pa afira omo enso ebo omo modin awuram enso enra so wabro omo nya qualification no na ese nije nko a na ekoso yenya fele ne kakreba ne atoaso
on behalf of management, and I'm here to kind of like I said, 11 games or 10 games from BT. Record a new so there you so said, and you had a person for the same place. Then let me give you the fact. And this is some of the kind of thing
Eno ene nsamo asante kotoko you team no eno enso etimi to ja ha no mani na no enso etimi ko ye mo te so mo administrative manager opani e fe na ye akoto enso edi nkomo ha yade mu nsam no enso etimi ede eto anim enkwala na ebo mo mo so mpanimfo ne de omere taria na wan ye na nim say in recent times so asante kotoko koja oginam edi juma enso etimi ne mo opani a ye fe na prince awusu ena ye interim manager ene ma asante kotoko bobo ko no some of the fan gidi say dabi opani ni mo ya de da form say team mo no ho na wo hemu a 8 games opani na bodama asante kotoko no wa wini 2 adro 2 alusu mako and 9 eno na fans say dabi enya de ane mo so ani ntia be ya konfa adwuma ne nto na onkone no ena asante kotoko company fo achekrata tin alo ya safu duku ena ne nsa enso intimidation so no ena ye communications director ena ma asante kotoko bobo ko no so wo krata no from soro edi besi ase a ne tenteni ne tietie na ye se supporters nsem o mo ka ede fa coach e fa ne prince owusu so wonyade ne mo de mo wofom e be ya nkomo mpamo ne ade ade no e ya ade ampanimfu ate na emom omugusu a omo enso e bo moden e hwe so mo ne board no be tena ase na afei omo enso atimi afa manager obeba na afei long term e ya asante kotoko no ma no coach no enso atimi aba beboa nti coach obeba na ye coach a long term no ote asante kotoko enso no ma ase na oni asante kotoko enso be hwia bom akose bibia no enso betimi akoye no ene nsam kakra fi hoba me de airto anim ti club statement enso atimi ababonten from asante kotoko akachi omo se omo nsam a omatete from supporters ni na no omo ya adwene enso abotre omunya abotre na bibia no enso entim enkoso ye no ene nsam kakra fi hoba ene minim nsam no enso ede eto ani mene enso ewo dwumade ne so afisam ne de ewo ha dewa pa asane kotoko timi so mo break che fans ne say the bebe next 2 weeks edi animi asane kotoko mobo nto me fampe coach na o me coach team no na ne mani na ntimi koyi emfa mo eno na supporters ne ka enye statement no mo so omuhia nti sa pepe ne city a yede mu nsem no enso ere to ani mene enso ewo dwumade so na ne kopa enso mi nwura mu amono ne na me mono tau enso ntimi mfama ho na hu sere no ma no enso esi kodia eno a ye na hu se the UEFA Champions League no second round no enso timi ba so na uwuram enso ewo Riyadh Air Stadium a se do na fe na ye Wanda Metropolitano atima ye friend Atletico Madrid tifie ehwe ba kuma atimu ye friend Barcelona eko show mu eka no mienu a omo enso ede kwenemom ye pass no we winner Barcelona ya ni na no antimi afo man qualify me ne wo kasa de Atletico Madrid enso atimi qualify for the first time omo enso atimi awuram the last 4 of the Champions League, since 2016-2017 season, utimu so ma bire ye na so na me no kasa yi Atletico Madrid and 20 qualification na ni mani na enso ekoye enso etimi de mo na ubo wram enso Atletico Madrid akachi a omo ball game ni wie ye no na wo hwe players no field ne so na hwe se no man enso si kwa na tim sa ampa Atletico Madrid team no omo enso etimi ni age players no ekimu wo me na sei na na esitie Indiano ana study and some si ko ya mu sam no enso ade to ani mena enso wodwumade enso Atletico Madrid players to team so mani atimi ade omo jo mani sa team za bibia ko ni mom na so owura ye fra no Diego Simonia otimi se omada enso ne no na wo ye enso otimi de kiro omo san se no mani na no enso etimi koye ede ma timu a ye fra Atletico Madrid ye de mu sam no enso ede so wona enso wodwumade ne so enkunimde ba se ya na se ni dia no enso etimi aba ne mani na no enso etimi koye enso etimi di mo na uwuram enso wo Barcelona akachi a eme se Barcelona no ene red card de eme se sie no mo bo match bia na red card enso betimi aba na hwe red card spa Barcelona enso etimi adi since eyebe 11 years ago atimi se mu no enso erem da biara da Barcelona enso etimi di red card from 2023-2024 season na team wa ye fe Barcelona and so any team a friend PSG nebo a branch of friend Ronald Araujo and so it me the red card and so the Tiago 2024-2025 season Paul Kubasi and so it me the red card and the Tia team a friend Benfica Samson at 2025-2026 a branch of friend Paul Kubasi na and the red card and the Tia Timo a friend Atletico Madrid na so a branch of friend Eric Garcia and so it me the red card and the Tia team a friend Atletico Madrid two players are or and so see Academy Barcelona no mudi red card and so Champions League games the last 3 years no every say more day pa and so timi ma timo your friend Barcelona edimu sem no and so to anim na urom and so Barcelona catch asamba ko so mudi hu komo pa e sa go na Ferran Torres say ya mi say omo and so ntimi ade no mo say we dey say krono pa krono and omo and so timi aboyen omo and so akire gensa guachi na omo do omo sa boye yam sa ma na me ne wo ka say Barcelona and so timi free Champions League ni mo a medimu sem to anim now since baby 11 years ago now share Barcelona record power Champions League ni mo a utum say dabi Barcelona mo de mo no wo form da biara da Barca kwa no mo enso atimi afim now where from a year 2015-2016 season now so mo enso atimi di ntwo e de tia tima je friend Atletico Madrid wa bra omo enso share mi ni Atletico Madrid enso atimi share mi ensa sanso na 2017-2018 season no eno so mutimi di ntwo so na 2019-2020 season no omo di ntwo de tia timu a je friend Bayern Munich na se ya nim guase kama ko wote eno mo je ye enso atimi o sanso na 2021-2022 group stage na timu e friend Barcelona enso atimi film sanso na 2023-2024 season no omo enso atimi lusu e de tia timu e friend Paris Saint-Germain nioma enso antimi ankuya na no e quarter final sanso na ugram enso wo eye other part ne so a na se 2017 mu no sa no eno so 2015-2016 eno na omo film de tia Juventus sanso na 2018-19 no against Liverpool 2020-2021 against team e friend Paris Saint-Germain na afei omo di musa 2024-2025 season so against team a je friend no eye Inter Milan tunte Barcelona no se omo bre omo de tare na why enso e Champions League mane mani na no enso entimi nkoyie emfa mo na uram ma after the game no owura friend Rafinha wa mobi okojina park no so catch Atletico Madrid for ne say o me film next round o me film next round and no guest channel and so team de tro mo sa ho a ye de mo nsem no enso e de to no wie no di nkoma ne nkomodi no say em so omabo mo kro no yentie ne nsem a opani no enso team de to da
em relação à arbitragem, para mim foi jogo roubado, não só esse como outro também. Acho que a arbitragem esteve muito mal, incrível as decisões que toma.
Nem sama wakan na ne say so omabo mo kro no sa go no mo shine na ye go ne ade na branch fan Rafinha enso edi mu nkoma me mu nsem no enso e de to anim Hansi Flick manager and my team fan Barcelona after so mu di ntwo me no kasa Champions League no on kan ho no say no enso e de to ja.
Is a big dream to win the Champions League, and we are on that way, and we have to learn. Of course, we have to learn about these things. What we.
I know, and someone also told you about me. The 2-1. Now, Ramo and for the so game Kaspa Bako and so to me cause who are brought Timor, your friend Liverpool Tiffy, no turn and South Africa, Paris Saint-Germain, call Echo Trom, Academy Noah, or more and so Antimi and Tamino Casa, Paris Saint-Germain, and so to me Ramo Echo Manim, and so to more now brand your friend Louis Enrique after the game. Ono enso ebon komo ade kire
and that's a stadium that you have
high with a lot of intensity. It was very tough, but they
Ora friend Louis Enrique say na game no intense no man na tumi kwena so de aseda eba nyame ne ade ade o enso atimi awi no mo pon game no na atimi so one ana slot so ebo ekwa eno nan enso atimi koye na enim say na me no kasa game kasa eba so no do oba wini no enso be hia timo a je friend Paris Saint-Germain no na branch friend Kaakyire and to atimi di nkomodi no na yebusa na say obrante yi say de no masitie no eye Bayern Munich na muhia no ana say Rima no so omo ye ready for team bia.
Our game for both teams.
Did you see the game tomorrow?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Did you doubt us?
Indiano and someone branch from Kaakyire 6Am Jam Musamino at the air to one more chance Bayern Munich Real Madrid Boabe Biano or met me the what level not the piano and so etimia ko na head dressing room so and some kakra na no enso etimia koso sanso na ram e wa Liverpool akatia and na Mohamed Salah after the game or born in some sa timi say we no e in last game I no enso etimia bo era ma timu a ye fan Liverpool enso e wa Champions League ni ma branch no enso entimi nsia cap now when numbers our Champions League nim at the team your friend Liverpool 83 games na Mohamed Salah and so me boy your share 47 goals 19 assists the trophy ni back na say no money na and so me we no and the last game Abrantene see kan the UEFA Champions League at the team your friend Liverpool emu sem no and so at to anim Anna slot after the game and so me din komo na say na slot and so me at the two da and you know and some kakre free wa ba ya we no friend slot so and some ba ko mienu bi and so etimi to na wonim say na game kase pa ba ko and so etimi ko so na game a eba so no team a je friend bas Real Madrid and so to team e friend Bayern Munich Allianz Arena no mo and so etimi dia bomb we no Real Madrid players no and no and so training e wa Allianz Arena no mani na no and so etimi ko ye mo a ye de mu sem no and so to ani me na and so e wa dwumade ne so na owura ono enso ye panimpare ma oman ya friend Brazil won sen ka ba Ghana ha nka ye John Dramani Mahama ni excellence no e ya de a ru friend Carlo Ancelotti enso tim kobusa mu se ru friend Neymar no World Cup no mra bia na wo de yentie nsem opani no enso tim de tuda
e aí o Ancelotti perguntou para mim, você acha que o Neymar deve ser convocado? Eu falei, Ancelotti, se ele tiver fisicamente preparado, ele tem futebol. Se ele tiver.
Ora friend Lula é president at my Brazil man o chem say Neymar ye fit nko ade a na say otimi ko ekosi aka enso World Cup Neymar so onya fit de a na say ontimi ko e be friend so I am friend based on performance enye ne dia ono enso atimi age eno Neymar so ene eye Santos fan bi enya confrontation na eno enso na twagu e o TV ne so sa se no ye hu say o say la me ya ma tena boss so ora friend Neymar so enso atimi tena boss tin krofo ni mienu na ba ko se ba ko ne idol ne de em say no eno ano mo enso eye wo hwa ye di mu sem no enso to ani medi no Benjamin Jamfia Kyo komene de be gina mu afisam ne amano ne sem no enso to ani mefa na ase kese ma nasa ono so ye production fefefe Julius Caesar boy na afi Habib the special one Luther King and afi Abu Diaby mu na boy e ma adwumade no enso timba won so ahweme wo kan ho bi na adwumade no enso timi ba so hana mrebe me kwan me na adwumade enso timi asi Daybreak to us na me pa awia ye betena ase ye the extensive one enso timi e de abrawo makrao
You remind me say your call that yen hwena nka yenyi won ebo jantra ana ashawo no obi say still a okwa ohu omo
hwe ade aka boys na yeme.
Oh, I thought that was a good call.
Me fa asem to ya mama so nye hye ade da me ka bibia bayo me say me na me say me dey ba me yemre.
That and comfort patronizing the
Kojo. I'm betu goma. Hey.
Champagne. Okay.
No, say
your predecessor.
No, say ono na o secure funding no for Santasi Runabout.
Santasi Runabout to top
marketing project. Onya sen. Nasika ne yesen. Osane da ben, osane parliament. Na osane KMA. Ehun sika sem no nkrata ewen.
So na open
so the Ochebrofu.
Yes.
Ochebrofu.
Yes.
Brofu teacher.
Yes.
The word secure. A definite.
Ofan so boa na say.
Me nka so boa, me nim so boa nka meka so boa na emum. Me nim ba bi o secure sa asika no.
Oh, okay.
Na me nim ba bi eda. Enti e bia wasiko ne da ba bi na me hu to kire ya ne yakofa aba because I say no be say about I say I mean dua kuku da sani do koto was media jo person dey ask no dua kuku na me ma be do at for media what I say it cannot be a kuku situation.
Into the project everything is from your
end. Say on a secure sikano was secure saying omo de twen I will not come and sit here say project ni bibia for me ho because I am no kwafo. The Outer Ring Road projects
after the sports segment we are back again and then we are going to do justice to what we are doing here. And then so no ye be di nkomo kakra e de afaniema ekoso e wo ye man ni mu me di kan di nkomo aka cho say oman no asetena pa eni yedi e wo say yenso ye wo man ni nya no e ho nkomo ntina tambia no bia no ye sorry bet na ha na ya try say ye di ye betu ye na amanyofo ne akendifo mu ye man ni mu no omo so etimi etie ensufre na bibia etimi akoyi e de amanta no pay no e ho nkomo na ye babedi bet make I will say Bison Imperial Global Shipping and Logistics omo so ya say amede jumedie we no etimi e de abro sanso so na Millennium Construction Company Limited and so ya say amede jumedie we no etimi e de abro Giftons Icon Season 2 no makacho say so oba fache TV ye premises hanoma oba pe be fa forms no na also so a fellow forms because me din kuma ka say this season no a street season enti mo street no so na mo nim say mo talent no mo de ye ne me bi enye no ye de ya ka say obi obebia no ye bejo what I say ye nsem fache TV ye nsem debi talent no ye nsem obanko a ye betimi ajo it is Kasahare no you good say enwom no onim to to say Stone Boy onim to say Dinah Hamilton that's how per say o talent no ye de ko wiase afan na nyina na so nipa hu a eno wan say obeba fache TV premises ha na waba abepeke o forms na also so no wetimi akere obobre e wo ho me pa cho say upe emunchiremu pa dia obetimi afre ewo ye ahoma we 0550-772-2113 0550-772-113 na oni ye so edi enkomo ewo honom na bibia etimi akoye bet anope no na me di Millennium Construction Company Limited ho adanse e de kire se ope dwumako a eba adanse ho niema omo etimi akodare wo mu pande a na Millennium Construction Company Limited me pacho me se omo no omo di infinchia dunum 15 years ewo adansi nnwuma nko aho ede se wokona sa ope anua ope cement ope sand ope stone ope blocks bibia ope bia no omo betimi ahyehye ne kama etimi ede ama na odan no se even po ayedada na ope se omo ye renovation ede ma wa me se millennium for no ewo contractors akese a chese renovation no obetimi aye na kama asan so esi dan na kama ede ama se edan plan no se wode no ope no the British style open American style se open the Chinese style bia pebia no and the modern styles na ba na edisi dan no Millennium Construction Company Limited ebetimi e design a good architectural view ede ama na onso so no wetimi enye bi ede esi odan na ewo horo me pa cho eni omo enkodi nkomo da bibi ntimi nkoyo omo nsa ase no so no eho eda ho no ma chese oba omo no obedi nsa wo so na onso so no wetimi atowo de ede efiri ho omo dan no so 2-bedroom house 4-bedroom house 3-bedroom house no me pa cho obo promotion is still na so omo kwane company a chese for the past 4 months ni from December last year ebepem samra me no kase no omo promotion no air run enti eni omo konkodi nkomo na onso so no fa edie no ekobomu ho me pa cho hiomo e oboshen na Yas Junction anaso betima from ewo 0244 274084 0244 274084 na only Millennium Construction Company Limited and so etimi edi enkomo kakra ewo horo me pacho my phone to edim se ope se onyama na wakra edifra brochire ba no etimi ebedu krum ha paade ma ode a na ye business Imperial Global Shipping and Logistics for asoye and American for ede ama me pacho omo no omo nkomo no ye omudi no ya na emu ye me de pa entertainment metna ya me bom abaso because nyama na ya edifra brochire ba krum ha no no bebre wo ha obekra nyama na de aba ebeba bedru na nyama na yira na nyama na so ate ya na eye me ya se amanfo ede omo nyama koma companies asabi omo ye wakadre omo fraud ya amanfo omo nyama na ntimi bedru pacho business Imperial Global Shipping and Logistics for no amanfo adwoma tum papa enti even cramp no government a omode niema eba nyina no business for etimi hwe ema niema no etimi koyo omo se wode no cars spare parts bibia a would be fra brochure e de baba de business for and am a patch of businessmen no mon for money enkokyere omo and then na public AI for edi atrenchi e wo port ho do me patch mo de nkodi nkomo na omo nso emfa mo niema no embedru asundue mu emfa ma omo okọ tema community tour obo ho sanso so na Kotoka International Airport omo so edi omujuma no e wo ho no de chem so inkomase obetimi ehie omo de chem so na ani omo edi nkomo obetima from e omo phone line we so 0246 760 890 0246 760 890 anase obetima from e 0597 429329 na oni omo edi nkomo kama ewo omo asoye na bibie timi akoye ofan de druso no newspaper review na yede bro na efia twunwa kechire de we ne ho sia efa no pe no efia no
from 6 a.m. afei na wo be kan for me
oh say ahon fere de ahon fere de temi etimi ka ho asem ana yen ka ho asem
I feel kano anopano aha nanka aha bra Kojo atenente ho
na ko atenente ho
o ba wa kan wa boy na asem na nanka ade no wo mu a
yes, here with the Daily Searchlight. Na Yemfa in Komono Embro. So on the front page of the Daily Searchlight, it says that the ex-gratia payment Sraj investigate Ato Forsen. And also the other story says that Afenyo Markin rebukes court decision in Baba Amando case while praising the police conduct. Also on the front page of the Daily Searchlight. And also retrogressive court remands Baba Amando for 10 solid days. And also national development depends on the private sector. That's ex-President Kofo making that statement. All of these news are on the front page of the Daily Searchlight.
Daily Searchlight, the Bokrata no near the free, the Bokrata Komodi Yasena Daily Searchlight to say one more some of my Ghana na wasumo nyan kopon na no pay one more than sembebre aba. Na dear eda animu kakraka no and was say Ghana saya konechio and kayehu ye say forward ever backwards never. Nanso ne esi nra ewo court no kire se o my Ghana retrogress. Titiw pa ewo kebmamin kabimu. Say ye the democracy na ye adwuma dia. Ese say yetime pem koyanim na o my Ghana hunu se wanyini ewo democracy mu. Nanso enra won mo de baba Amando ekopie court. Ena wo ma remande no se won fa ne nkosie aprosifo ekokumu kakra na fuadu 10 days. Na won samra na won monto na asem ne ni so. Ni nyina ye Facebook post bi a abrantie baba Amando yi wokoye ye. Ena edi asem abre no. Enti daily searchlight si wo susu se sa 10 days remand na won mo de ama abrantie no. Chese Ghana enko nanim baabia yete esan yechi. Na baba Amando enra remand no akọọtụ de man no ho no ena onmonyamfo Alexander Fenyomakin a wono ne pani a woda minority no ano e wo Ghana mrahye bedwafie wakyere na dwene afa ho no se one judge ya wode sa remand no ba ye no ya adwene a enyeyie judge ne wo mo ani ne yie kra nanso obeba prosifo abasofri se wo mo kwache baba Amando yi anamo ya minority netu afa ho nyina prosifo ne wo modi ne yie enkomodie mu nkomotwetwe mu ye kwaye ba wo ma hunu se professionalism bi apie enti Ghana Police Service for wo bo won mabaso na mom court no de wo kasa na ni je de nra won mo ye fa baba Amando ho no a na entwa yi mampani dada John Ajekum Kofi Kofuo de ewuo Nimfoni ena eda de obokrata daily searchlight apampemwen. Wose omai Ghana ntuntu omai nchechire ye enwuma ebenyini na afa ntuma pefra ejina ankrankra atena yeso. Enti mpanimfo enyai se abre bia won mo pese wo bowra private sector na hoso wode ekoye amanyosem ene abandia no won ma private sector no kwan na womunya adwuma na wogidi se ba ne saa ebeboa ama enwumanyuma anyini na afa ne ntuma pefra ewo omaimum na Dr. Kasela Toforsen eye omai yeso afo a wo hwe sikasem so wo se wo chia ex gratia biama no ame ho abasem enu nti wo de akoma Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice charge atnaye no se wonye nhwehwemu emfa ho enti brepem wo beton sa fre Dr. Kasela Toforsen no akoyi ni nsem bisa hodo ano na aboa amanhwehwemu no akoso anopai daily searchlights.
And let's continue with the Ghanaian publisher. And on the front page of Ghanaian publisher, we have the minority chief whip and also Richard Niamakwe and also Sami Jemfi, all on the front page of the Ghanaian publisher. And it says that import interest behind maize lies. Minority chief whip says that on the front page of Ghanaian publisher. And also RNAQ case, FIDA petition chief justice, and also gold trade powers Ghana's Asia export boom. That is Sami Jemfi on that statement. And also Baumia did not lie or flip-flop Dr. Provincial Right, all on the front page of the Ghanaian publisher.
Ebusia the Ghanaian publisher the Wokrata no so aba anopai na what the minority chief whip Era Frank anot dompre and sanwem adwa jiri mrahye sign no nimfoni abeto ha wo muguso a ewa probom ya woni Ghana akuafo kasa enye kokko akuafo nko a ene woni wo muguso di nkomo ene akuafo a won mo edo eburo wo mo susu papa Woma asem nyina ne se aban ayi nani ama wonom ase aban ka agreke asem a na nani ewo kokko akuafo nko aso womo do aburo womo so wo ho na se Frank anodom pressing aban boapa ena wo konkrofo aman so a na wakọ import aburo ade aba enti se aburo na womo de ba no na woda dani woyam na wode eye poultry feed ede ema Akuafo a womo so ye ntakramwa ekoto ebra akuafo wo Ghana ha na wono modo ebro na womo hatawie part of na wonya bie na womo esu enti sade no aban eye akuafo ne ha dwene e na wono mo kyese aban be justify import no se de kra no a womo kan sisu dua se akuafo no ani enye ho asem Yana no pay. The publisher the Wokrata no ede aba. Now I say already ede Dr. Provenka. Watchro article be the fa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ho. And I pay the publisher the Wokrata no kwa na unya bi ekinkanya. Ebe chira said the Dr. Provenka etro ye. Na watchra say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia when chantro na ne nsɛm a wɔka yɛ esisi super pepe nyinaa no na wɔhunu na wɔkenkan no wɔhunu de atwa mu ankasa afei wɔde Richard ni ama koi RNAQ ne mfoni aba na nsan wɔne ne yere Joanna wɔn mo nsɛm kopie court Joanna say aware no agu ne mom wɔhia mpata de afi okunu hɔ court etena ase no wɔtemuafo a wɔtena asɛm no so kyerɛ sɛ Joanna age 5 million nanso nyaade a wɔmode ebema no asa Ghana mayo na asa ma no eya ye wɔnom de sɛ meni me kunu bejai na me kunu ensɛm wo bi na mede ne kokɔto nko ade a ye be him no a ne ya sika kɛse ama me saa de no wɔhwa no enti wo hwɛ sika no so sɛ hu ɛno ɔde kuma bi so ɔmo se 50,000 o sɛsɛn ɛma Joanna sɛ sika no ɛna RNAQ ontwiama no we na feeder for se aha Womo eti ase a enye yie womo ye mafekuo ye wo Ghana ha en womo se IGP emremu na wonye ntete ema ajadifo ni bi efa no awaresemu asem ne ehu a asesebe womo adwiri mu no nkwa akire womo hunu sade ade no womo beye no enti feederfo asori a wo kasa ede afa ho samejamfi pani kase a woda Ghana Gold Board anonimfo ni eda ha en wo se my Ghana Gold Board ba yei amasika kokko adwadie emu atimi apagya na Ghana ene Asia won mato kese ya wode sika kokko ni bi free ha eko Asia enti amasa kese to ewo export mu no ekoyi papa ni nyina ya mane na no pain the publisher the Bokrata no ede aba
na if you feed for no omo problem pa ne sen na
omo kwa mama omo problem ne sen
na say sky the man no sky na no demand na huge
na court na eye ne sen oni mkwan ya wofa so ene ne kunu ba obra na mamo nyesa court se
o se your man 300,000 with that benefit 300,000
eno no sika dada enu mu yesen
3 billion
ena no so je sen 5 million
so je almost there be on this kind of knowledge millions of cedis in new Ghana cedis no it's all the kwa na or person oje be almost
ese oje a ebia wodije wonim ba bia wo mo sha ase free ye wonim ne ho a akodim na de mete ye kwa na sese ne so a student wo UPS o se he na ojaye adesua
no
asa woni ni kunu build because no won se bibi wo be ma no mu nto no so betimi aye bibi dia kwa be ma no na sa wa support na ne RNAQ RNAQ what are you telling me
ba me problem ne say judge etine dwam fine o nipa obetima you mistake but then yana dodo na ehye ma no do na trimu say meni mi kunu jai na se medi mi kunu kokota kakra wo ho e wo se eji se sika ni nyina ade mame na
me de Maestro what do you say nkasa 5 million or say millions of Ghana cedis na wo ka no wo mo ji free niama kwe ho ma Joanna ebe bo ne form
em say scan okredo em say a chance me the actual amount of money but it all
na wo bie food bank
eno de emfa ho
some person me kire say sika no ewo ho ena oba no so nimadwuma waye wo sika no ho
waye into woji ni nyina akọ
na me say sa wo wa di atum say emmo ne form dia ene judge no ayemfo so say the feeder for kan so almost say IGP petition ni IGP hwem na sa asem wo say appeal enti e be free ho be
me do mo nya say judge enya kasana so the verdict ne ba eno ano
na ne e be nti na appeal court wo ho
so kwa say appeal court no most at times no appeal court no kwa dodo na no ya na judge no ma previous judgment the verdict no odi nkonim if one verdict so most of the cases across Okrumahanma is just few about 10% of cases they call appeal ya na edo cramp no omukodi nkoni but most of the cases ni nyina no ya no mko appeal omukodi nkoko
say agrada ko appeal na 15 years to me be drew 12 months bibia betumi asi munya adwana no ntwene manso ono netena ni gya ho no onim se de hyehye no faaye ono netena ho no ohu se de wo mo hyase edi seed ne hye fom egugu sunsuo ma na fefe ye enanyini doso aso Ghana fo nyina so obi anka se RNA ki adwuma no a wo ye nenye enye easy se obi ebe feed Ghana de hye enehwe food banks baby a wo bie no ye nanso se kwamode wo ma nkaye o tieti asem no mu kra sika wo de ma ne boso me no
Kechi dotini jano ho
obi nka se won tena ho ma ja ne hyehye no eno ti na aware no agu ti me chefa ewo mu no so the lady isn't trying to come back se marriage no enye ho asem na omo ka aware no agu enti me chefa ewo mu no fama me na makoma ntom yem na me ko mi madwuma amaya wo ho masa
yento aso da yemfa nko apile da jeji wakase wi that obeje. Now let's continue with the daily guide, and the daily guide says that state control weakens private sector. That is the ex-president John Agyekum Kufuor making that statement, and also Cape 3 Points declared marine protected area. That is the vice president, Professor Nana Jane, on that particular statement. And also says caged over 14.3 million Ghana cedis at Dabraka gold robbery. And also feeder petitions Chief Justice over Richard Ni Amakwe, divorce judge. And also baby Barry case, pastor, 2 others remanded on that particular case. All of these stories on the front page of the Daily Guide.
Daily Guide, the Bokrata no etwa so kanema mpani John Agyekum Kufuor nsam a waka se ema oman no enwura private sector no bebre ne ba ne saa ema omo eyemre omo no mpemu egogo fisa omo nso ne betimi aboa Ghana economy ama na fa ne ntuma pefra aban nyuma kra ye dodo sen na yemfa ntoto private sector enyuma omo nso abiebie hu entima aban enkwaje won matena ye ne moso bebre ema ne mfa wo haw emma. Vice President Professor Jane Nana Opoko Ajimani mfoni eda Daily Guide enimo eye enra dwumadie bia ekoso ewo Cape 3 Points na won mo kire se epono a eda ho no eye kakraka ewiase amansan o ma bia eni baabi a ofa ne se hoye ne territory enti wode bambo kese ya emudo etoso na o my Ghana atena semfie bebre afei na wo mo ehunu se esese wo mo so mo ne bre na epo o my ne fa no wo mo hwe no obo ho banti enra wo mo koye amane e declare se Cape 3 Points eho na ye Ghana bambo epo no echefa anase wo mo fa efiri sabre ekọ no obema wani akọ peye. Daily Guide ho amane aba na wo se na nsan gold robbery bi ekoso emrantie maako nsia etiminya akokodro fa atuo kura ye ena won mo call baabi a woton sika kokko so mo kobokro nom na 14.3 million Ghana cedis ena won setimi kan ye ewo adabraka na nyame ayi won mo so krata ama sesie ya meka sei aprosifo akire wonom ensia yi wo nyina wa aprosifo akache feeder for petition ya wo de koma Chief Justice Efa RNHO one na yere ensensem atemu ebaye wo se judge no ho petition ena won matro no ehon sem eda ha ena afei osofo a one nipa mienu nso ekosi akwada animu no anase ka kuma bi nkomode akwada na hyefom ya wo che wo no so what the woman echo remand.
Let's continue with the daily graphic. The daily graphic, how the king of Ashanti or Pimswo Nana Osei Tutu II on the front page of the daily graphic, and it says that world meets in Ghana to honor Asante Hene as pillar of peace. And also at IMF World Bank spring meetings, world applauds Ghana's economic turnaround, and it captures the finance minister Dr. Kaysel Atto-Fortin on the front page. And also government pushes for dedicated TVET fund reforms, all on the front page of the daily graphic.
Daily graphic, Ghana the worker tano ba time and anope wanamo what the opim so Asante Hene otumfo say tu ababio nimfoni aba en wasi wiase nyina ka bomu won mo behia won hia baabia sa Ghana fi sa Ghana no opim so efiri hia won mo hia no eya asemde edema o my Ghana ne Asante 92 yani se wo bebo opim so aba so se ope enipa watu ne ho asi ho wode ne ho ache Ghana ne wiase se wo boa ma asomdue atofamo a eyopemso eno nti wono ebebo na baso sononko na atimi ahye na nankrane na wato akoso edi asomdue hu nkomo watutu anamon a ebekoso ade asomdue aba ewo my Ghana mu examples no de mu amunim ne opemso edi animu mediations ahodo ya wadi animu aye na ma no kwasem asomdue atimi ayi niti enti wi asese won motena se a enye yie esafata se wode asomdue eho abasobo ebre no se waye pillar fapem ya ukwati no a enye yie ewo bibia mu utumfo ayete se kokromoti wusan ne hobopa enye yie se wo pese wo mediate asam ema asomdue banko ade a acheso pem so ne manhia fikasiem owo ho a obeboa enu nti wo mo bebo no abaso na Dr. Kasela to forcing Ghana Finance Minister wakopie mu ewo IMF ene World Bank almost spring meetings awo ye ase na wokoduru ye no sede wadi nkomo na wode ahohoaho a akyerɛkyerɛ sede Ghana sikasam ejina sesei efri 2022 2023 2024 na Ghana economy wo yare na ne tipai no edru ba bi so na ne yafunu na mu kano tina sesem penimfo tena se na won mo epe parabi ema no no awie edru yafunu yade no so no makwa akɔpɛ je na wawe enti penimfo ye no saa na won mo sa Ghana economy ne yade no enne ne ho eye ne ho atɔ no na finance minister say na de ba akɔ na gi oman no enkan kro ekɔ akire eye inflation na after 2024 na inflation atimi apagya dru 23% and now no as at March ending na inflation at siaba from 3% enti ama niema ye fo ti Ghana ekoyie sa niema papa yi na finance minister kodi hu nkomo ewo IMF spring meetings ya ekoso no ase na aban say woguso a ebo ne homoden se wonmo ebetumi anya foto sononko bi ato ho edi ama TVET eno eye ensano adwuma ntete ya ekoso ewo ye sukuntu aso ahodo mu ne ba ne saa won mo betimi dia ye nsakraye bebre ama TVET adesua no afa ne ntuma pa efrent oguso edi ho dwuma anopai daily graphic na manie bia wode aba
na mede to wanim se obetimi afre na one mampanyin etimi edi nkomo ewo dwumadie we so na o frɛ no na wasan so de o text message no e de afa ye WhatsApp line no so ewo 0207543637 fa o text WhatsApp message ne fa so na yen kenkan na kama emfa wasan so frɛ na ene mampanyin endi nkomo frɛ yen ewo 0206334646 0206334646 ana say obetimi afrɛ 02063344747 ene mampanyin enkasa ewabra ye newspaper review we ofre nko ade a ye na obedi nkomo na onso onkomo bia person mampanyin edibia no na wetimi ene mampanyin edi oni ni dipe se ade a wose ni di ekire na ye pe ekoyenim a ebetimi apre akoyenim na eni edi ekire edi ama ne de hunsu muaye no ebetimi aba abesomo ewo Fache TV Daybreak Jumedie so ewo ha. Now let's continue with the Daily Statesman, and then it says that the unpaid teachers threaten protest today, and also government undermining local farmers with imports. That is the minority chief whip on that particular statement, and also the IERPP presses finance ministry on publican AI deal on port, and also we need partnership to drive development. President Kofo urges leaders to rise above partisan politics. And also on the front page, FIDA petition Chief Justice over Richard Ni Amakwe divorce ruling. All of these stories on the front page of the Daily Statesman.
Daily Statesman, the Bokrata no so edibi enam ene anopai mampani dada Kofo nsem ya waka se esesa aban no ene ankrankra tan ye private sector ye wo Ghana ha ka bomu na wo boama empuntunyuma eyi niti no ehun komo ananopai Daily Statesman so edibi ena wo se wono mo anyi amanyosem amfi oman mpuntu mu adabia na Ghana act ni ABC mo Afei was sign abama near the afa era Frank anodompre. Minority Chief Whip. Nyankoma wane Ghana ekuafo binum akodie won ma edo ebro ekuafo no e na wo se aban ebu wo manimtia papa so obi ado ebro wa ha na wobetumi ato na wodi aye dwuma e wo oman mu na se aban ekwa amanone ekokra bi ba na no kwasem se wanfa buo ni anidie ama ekuafo a won mo do ebro e wo Ghana ha IERPP4 enso gusua ebo aban no efa Republican AI ya one more day juma port ama ene freight forwarders nyina boafuo se wo matena won to so adwuma no ene wo mo nanye enya nto enya ntua na se AI pa ebe charge ama na bro so sa de emwa gutafo so ano da muni ade a nti IERPP for so akasa de afa Republican AI ne ho se finance ministry enye bibi emfa hom akyerɛkyerɛfo ya wo makyerɛ de a ama wo mini mu nyina wie ebinum kra mini mu asi na aban ntwa won mo ka ene wo mo se obebo kojan mu na wate asi montene so ayɛ kyerɛ wo wie ya no aduru education ministry na wo mo ene mpanimfo akɔkye ayam so wo ho nti ne na de dompem no a na won mo ekobo ya no achi feeder for petition ya wode akoma Justice Paul Bafuboni omente muafo pani no ehon amane eda daily statement mu anopai
Yentwaso Enfamau, the Etwaso near the Chronicle newspaper, and the Etwaso Ediama. So the Chronicle newspaper also have Baba Mando remanded for allegedly altering Mahama and others' photos. And also IGP Tete Yohono promotes 10 lucky cops. And also who forward armed robbery attack in Tema. NPP USA members reject revised election guidelines. All of these stories on the front page of the Chronicle newspaper.
The Chronicle, the Bokratano at the IGP Yera Christian Tete Yohuno, Nymphony Abba, and was say, Nansay Nanka, a conference former on whom so ewateman potemu ho baby. Na prosifo beye edubi Emma won ho eye ha papa. Ena wo mututu mrika court ma ho ekwedi sa konferenfo ne nte enti sede na wo mupese okokobokro no entumi amamu sa na sa prosifo yi ena IGP edi abasobo ya esefata ama wonom na eye ni se ya na ahye afoforo nkra ne ama wo so ayi wo yam aye adwuma no edi aboa o my Ghana bambo ho nsem na afa ne ntuma pefra na the Chronicle edi Baba Amando Remanda wode no ekono eho amane aba na wono na echiremu se wo mususu se ebia na nsan foni bi ya enenam social media platforms ahodo so obehunu no na wo mo de LGBTQ foi wo mo collect no ayentade ebi shamampani Mahama no osherege Samuel Kujeto Ablakwa wo mo nyina hihye bi Sam George shebi ena osoafo ono ena eto aban mu nkra wono so ehebie na no na da obokrata isusu se eno nti wono mo ede Baba Amando kogina court nura ya wa remande no enti pebi kan se ye no asade a wo behunu e wo the Chronicle emu na nsen ye bebo amane se MPP amanyekuo no wono mo se election ya wo kono emu guidelines enhyehyɛ ya ankane na egu akwan mu efa wo mabato ho no wa ye nsakra ye bebre wo mu na wose MPP ne nkrabata wo ye wo USA ekuo masse wo mo mpene no mpene kyina sesa guidelines no dada no a eno mo fanya adwuma mo no ide lai wonso.
Let's continue with the daily analysis. And also, it says that Ghana's economic progress needs public-private partnership. That is ex-President John Agyekum Kufuor making that statement. Also, Afenyo marking fumes at Circuit Court judge over unjustified remand order. That is Afenyo markings on that statement. And also, unpaid teachers threaten massive protest on Wednesday, April 15th. Then also President Mahama launches free primary health care policy today. That is 350 health posts planned across 150 districts, and also defense pact with the European Union. Now, Ghana rules out foreign military bases. That is the Ministry of Foreign Affairs on that particular statement. And also, Ningua Palace hosts global diaspora delegation in strategic partnership talks. All of these stories on the front page of the Daily Analyst.
The Daily Analyst, the Wokrata no so twaswa. Nensema wadi abane so mampani John Dramani Mahama Edda the Wokrata enim. Wabo amanye sesa free primary health care jumadie no ne mampani ebepa ho ntoma na officially ahyase aye jumana no kwabna menta kando eco government accountability series ase eco bo eho amanye. Ne omo kane se obehya se e de free 150 district eno ye first phase no. Enti na one more epa ho ntoma de esi wani so ene say one more ebesi health post apomde atna ye mako ahasa aduonum 350 ewo sa 150 district no ewo first phase free primary health care and hihye no emo enti mampani epa ho ntoma enam Daily Analyst ebo ye ho amanye na mampani dada akofo asem ya awoka se aban ehia private sector na aboa masikasam akoyie no eho ensem da ha na afenyo marking se circuit court ekwan a won mo fa so de baba amando koto remand nra no wote ne ho ase enye yie eno nti ono so e de abufuo pa ene okasa ye eho ensem e wo ha na nsan amane beto odwa se omai Ghana ene European Union asensan peace pact na no na osofo hwa amano ne nsem so se eno no emma kwan emma amano ne anase wiase amansan emmebie military base bia e wo Ghana ha eho asem Daily Analyst ediapa
na me catch us any mampanyin endi enkomo ewo ye fidie we so menya boahin a ono free adanse aboabo ewa homano so boahin good morning
sir
na bacho bibia boko there
oh Christ Adam
anope any mampanyin
the voice of the voiceless okama no nyana
yeni ngomo anope
yeni ngomo na the ten say enra in information they say Minister of Education is wa close supportan hey ye close ne say ama ni pampempem egu abonten o mantimi anye bi colleges of education eto abama NDC because of teachers licensure ba ben by we yinani how to integrate it into their main course no obi anka ho more importer for recruitment na security for no cry or mutual scan no cry deeper hin na apply ma system no and obi an from mo wie a some say mo pa 7,000 na ma fa ade no obebo o personal information ni wie edru say ebesegu a feel cover we froka no kokro we so ebi a network na nje no we cook we so not knowing that someone abo apayo man broken oh in fact o man na team no abato no enya say ade betam ya to aba na ye mani padumo ana ye to wie na lusu a ana asensan krata say ma fani passe this is the time I rest my case Madam Ase
yo boahin ye da se pass on so otimi efreye won so betimi afre now ne mampanyin etimi edi nkomo freying e was 020-633-4646 020-633-4747 na one mampanyin etimi edi nkomo ewo ahoma no so. Now let's continue with the Metro Lens newspaper. And the Metro Lens newspaper says that Education Minister endorses inter-regional NHIS quiz for SHS. And also the other story says that government killing local farmers with import. That is Minority Chief Whip Arnold Dompre on that. And also the NHIA PCR4UHC market deba registers 10,372 in Volta region. And also Sami Ewoku files RTI request seeking answers on FV Sankofa controversy. And the other story says that Gold Board donates almost 86,454 Ghana cedis to fund life-saving surgeries for 10-year-old brain child. Coach Afrani o Obuase yente onka anope. Mesume hoye pa coach.
Akra me pese me kendi na de o man ni Ghana ni wa on complain. Security services wouldn't be some other ones that buy you can that money. Teachers and the nurses will increase for more appointments. You from people not a nurse with any teacher do be any trouble. Mahama part 1 is the backlog of nurses. Part 2 is the backlog of teachers. Les gens qui ont fait de vous, si on voit quand ils ont 3 badges, ils ont 4 badges, et ils ont fait 7,000. Et la frite que nous, ils ont fait good now. Et il y a 7,000 na wunyam. So we need very real, no. Yes, 7,000. It's you need to be a 10,000 na. You have to run down your family. See the road why no. You get to go you need to that is to 3 million. It's you to 3 million. Go back now there na. You put that you see with them. Then your mind so no. Here go to be to make that we go see it. Because we go for the media happen to be down. We go for the media happen to be down. So we fat a credit back. A bear said you are 5 years with me. You want men to that. Who could your fools? Nancy, I am convinced that you thought that he had put in Susan. Who put a multi-dollar buffer. I will give you support. Nancy, yes, I've been in our dollar. And then I will see you Muslim. Here I in a little time and make back. If I do pay you know, I only back me out. If the winter is from behind here. In your mother who are watching, break up what watching, and a year in the mouth. If the winter you rate, like here, you start you are generally any younger than here. You see, we are almost with other friends, he has certified. Yeah, item with anyone, item we need to see. The family in our community about boom. The doing save your hand in yeah, value up to the hand in your value up to
Coach, yeah, that's the pay. Why? Kwame Chunubwa, Western North. We patch on pay. May in Komo.
Okay. Many of my dogs today. I'm not family. Na kakra, the person. Many of my dogs today. My family. Na kakra, the person may kafa Ghana. Your mamu say. In fact, saa two parties no omu di ewiamo Ghana. Na le tiene se weba power of percent tezina e boy kuta ono so kuto ba ko na obo no mensa. Na se di we te sire o man na amu waye. Mo mayen ni adole ko di yan fa sire Ghana man no. Yang paling formal betul mana? Subang saya nombor betul mana? Sisi andi sini ambisi. Apa saya mana? Maknanya ekstrim bano. Mungkin yang tu tahu ekstrim. Ini sisi ali itu. Apa ni itu berbera? Ani yang nama ekstrim bano. Mungkin yang lu kan? Ni ni ya no. Nampak sini ni yang aku wayang. Aku wayang.
Ada kwa bibi kwa swala.
Personally, we sorry am akoti we ya isi. Elu so pesale. Lepi ya ni kwa nini?
But Kwame Chunubwa, ya bi shira pa say on so ti be free. En ko boda wo didi de ketri. Me ne ya dream pa because enra say look at say Maso Kofi Juma. Bra wa body akode ne enra yuko together with some party people be akonifi na ohe video no come for so akonifi wa tonso eko ready ne fi to the document ko yi ne demo niema like I mean it was very 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 bad
na me sa Rambo style no ya mentiasi o omo friend nipa na on man
na say den
must they always forcefully go in there and raid.
It's unlawful.
Challenge.
It's unlawful. For so you o free aputuja yenton me yenti
but I know I'm going to start na no me koso gana no anu odere I don't say as of for now I'm about time no I'm going to no more and I say I should not bring back that you you and I think it's best that there is my shomuka other teachers be school after and sessions they shomuka after mucha they shomuka I don't know what Ghana China master video ya bawo le ki for the support to repeat other Ghana ya dia so mana mu say you as I manage to say I'm sure you're not really advancing the master na framo.
That's a powerful zuhine ya cheshe for the sika no ebeba Martin so wa homa no so Martin eni nkomo
yo minia eda Martin ejuma fa moye na mi sha mo pa na Ghana mamu no se na mi hu ni se we ba no be ka je NDC ya enye no no be ka ja for NPP ba minia oye en chat ni radio she can implementation that to this government no what it implementing mama muni nyanya so faso MPP almost the free education ba health insurance enyema be bring no yama no nyina ya so faso akufa do bae na yo be ye want to so aba tuna oba ni kuma kwasi to be o nya sam ketwa ni buza ka ji for there pa no dia ma edi ejo ma ni se be nya so faso kana no ndi ni sa edi e ka sam na mo chechechi ye hunza ni ekono me dase
me so me dase Martin Sadik o wa ba so yin nko ba do pay
okay
ba yin nko Sadik
yeah me say azuma me ka me say me chia mo ne adwuma pa mo ye de mo ye na obi tie say ndc ba na adwuma de no wa ye se o be do aya ko ndc ebese mc so no na ko bi sa say adwuma be no aya ye o me kire na adwuma ku ba e di 8 years ye mama fa one half year ko nya o fa 1.5 year na enye na adwuma 8 years na ono onye na adwuma o di 8 years once me akomechi ba ku kra nya de anto na o to ba o di house so how ni kuro mu no enye ko fo no si ma wo ye o ma benya da kofo esi everest ayi kofo market why to aso some ba wa ko fe na ye fezi ka asma ye si covid juma asma ya ko chi covid juma ye fezi ka urambo sa na ye bi sa mp before that man o wa sorry dem ye ko chi no for na mp watch one Ghana ha na ye si urambo sa ben e ya cha mp wo ba wan chi mp wo ba so ba chi and ye nya fa sa nya den e fa tra wa nya bo ne be chi o ti se di ono bi a be chi wa nya bo ne be chi wa na
all right Sadik ye da was pa kwakudu ya o wa homa no so mpacho ndi nkomando pay
yo me mama champion for mafimi na ni che se Ghana ye pese e hoto ye ni isi ja politics atemi nyina ekiri ho party na ebe nyina no we na be ya de kakra na ye ya we pa o ye cross ni enyam ne de di ne ye ja ni ye ko ye bo kagu ho ye dia ni ye ka etisi benya yantiti inki committees lema obia o ma bia o ma ewo ha no asante manti ni nipa titini yenti ni nipa yanti kambo musha ni yankite ridi bia de ade ehia mo no na mo ya beto mo hire kashie na nim o so dia akọto ayi amuri akonye dia kwa no bia nya na die dia shishem vie dan development will be area no why vie na be vie no want be issue sikare nye no ye check next 4 years ya dem mo sika bia bia di ye hu do awie wajuma no sikare so ye de kodi ohene ho ana de kodi edipa bi ye tikuro kane ba obi ani tiem se da we nye kodi ye nyina hu de ye kodi da no ye ni da ho ye mfa ma contract bia bata there she ye party sem pa dia da na eyi di je ye ko work pa wo
all right yeah that's a pa Mariam o wa homa no so mpacho edi nkomado pay ene man panyin kasa Mariam
Good morning.
Good morning, Mariam. You in command pay.
Evacha me kasita. Evacha abandon. Misika kwa yona. Anything from God, this me, from some woman make after now, once the provider to promise 7, scare a 400 million. Most account the athlete, a month at a time about time, a friend to tell me. If you are American, you need to change. Yes, I mean, for Dilo name could Yaka. Nami, me, from 10 to 1 year. It's the master name for the number one. A master name of me.
Mariam, Daben Portina was can hear.
That is what I did see, and that is the central region, Chufu Plaso. Chufu Plaso. If I turn up by the street, the 12. But my one level, it's one explain the phone to say, Uncle.
Bacho mebo. Next 8 December na scan year meboa 2024. Na sikano ye Jeffrey Wunsem anase ne wo bag mu na obi fa.
Me bacho madam. Na met mo kuma tin ko kuma class no. Na me yes ade chen ye to abeli ye Saturday na. Sunday Monday na mebo kuma ta ba Sunday ma. Enti me ba na nipa no se Sunday no bi na Saturday Monday na ma ba. Enti sikano wo me bag nipa no twa me window. No right inside the family. And today, can I hear and this company for the back here? Ebe can say, Omo Boame. Joanna Momo swing in a Habana farm. Up to now, once the police this year, you Jamaica, and let's say, up and that once to the book. No farmer.
Among farmer, Mate, you be a train tea, Chifu Praso, you be doing command the accord, and I be beating Yakoye. Why? Ajman wa homa no so Ajman yin command pay ene man panyin kasa
abora mamma oche na mamma otie fu ina achi
ya je oso pa Ajman
na menchia ote kokoso adana enyakopon se afi ewiase nyina hu no mo baba na baso say is the pillar of peace in Sri Lanka asantema in Sri Lanka wiase Pennyfo so mon say you ray anyanwa kagana man nyina kra ye ndi babiti eda nakopon ase o man kwantenten no ntra so nche no mu asante man mu gana man ne bin kan wi ase nyina my good brother, first of all medical can say 2 wrongs does not make 1 right.
And okay.
Yes. The first said in the past MPP akwachobu asol dem yakwachobu ha ejire say yewra mahama so emebom rokrofo fie nkwachichomo sa
no correct.
It doesn't make sense. Is that how we build a country? That is why yewra mahama came with reset. Say anyomabon obi ya no meye bi na wa bana anyomabon obi ya wo so ye the same thing na doesn't make sense. Na we used to say and MPP for ye bi and we ye we TSA chiomo bi nti MPP for chi chiomo so chi chiomo bi that governance, is that how we build a society? My good brother, this illegal way of arresting people, rumble style of arresting people no, will not take this country to anywhere. My brother, we have gone past this era.
I think say Ajman and Komona would know there. Me know you adventure say MPP ye be na say the same thing and suba no musuba ye the same thing. That means or minor baby ejina na ejina intimi enko yenim emboa emma bibia intimi enko intano pay me that's a pass Ajman utimi frey. Now I think say this time around the government should also understand that nipa no say wona ne kanoboko say ombra nipa no be show up. Maso kofu juma nyi obi asebi obeka se wodwane de akoba bi sebi akokra me obi se open bibi edi akowudi adinti na say ye buru na fie in a stala I mean it was totally wrong. Yokofo anyone amokoye say no, it was totally wrong. I know say it was an order from above, but then it was total wrong decision from the Yoko. Some bit my say ye twem was star him monko mo send invitation the pan obeba say ya cho ya you say I don't think say bit me aboa because and then our power watching be say power ni feel wonza that's also co-opposition. Not the same star, also bad. Oh, also no, the same thing, and almost so able to me ADIL. It's no media. I'll still say it. It wasn't the right one on that particular one. Kaakyire.
Maestro. Say yes, ɛna papa ne ka ne sɛ echi obi wɔ asɔre dan mu a yɛnkyi obi so ɛwɔ baabi nti yɛnhwɛ na yɛnhwɛ deɛ bɛkɔ akɔsie sɛ kane no na ayi Richard Jakpa asɛm na nsɛm mete ne di akyɛ paa ebi a ɔwɔ hɔ national security no ɔno nso bɔ adwuma paa ɛna na aduru yokore mu no akyɛ ne nkurɔfoɔ so sɛ saa na ɔmo adwuma no ɛka so deɛ a ɛne yɛ fine wofrɛ nipa no na wama yɛsi if persuasion fails force must be applied. Yenti said the TBR no. Say accountability.
Accountability is what I say. But the Odi Obi no, Obi so board by your no. Say MPP for the same thing. What I say. MPP for the same thing. What I say. Bank common say. Sadly, na two political parties. Mo you kruma. Enye.
Rambo style.
Enye. Rambo style. No. Enye. Also mujai. What I say, untimin boom road if you uncochichen sa enye also mujai.
CCTV camera
yes, I mean it is purely bad. Enye you know aha enede mampanyi nkomo no ebetimi esi na yetwa ye ho ba pe ye ne minima pam for eba bedi nkomo. So I say minima pam for bedi nkomo. Kaakyire traders market issue no ewo aha no ma ye ba bedi ehun nkomo na ultimatum omode ama the government no ye ba bedi ehun nkomo sanso so ena the Ashanti regional chairman for the National Democratic Congress the nkomo no a edi ye no ye sanso to aso ne bi o say still na napunkro for engineers no omo electricity company of Ghana e Ashanti region na obepese Abdullah Jinapo ebitima year shuffle no na de o free Asante mantemu a eduomo akọ bebi o so de mo ko anya sa pa de a sabotage pa e Asante mantemu ano omo de be ma no amadum so no asanso atoa so e wa hanom enti me da me ho me ba pe enkomo no ye hya ase e de free ahanom e wo fache Daybreak.
way before Akufo-Addo became president. The original idea was from President Akufo. And then I made create quite far. I just show be PS kwa.
Rojo Metal no engagement. That is soccer bank.
Good.
Wood Village in a course of mine.
And yes, idea. And it's not complete. And subsequent government have made attempts at completing it. So the concept is not our concept, it's not mine, it's not some pints. And the effort to look for funding did not begin with him. And he has played a role within it, but he didn't secure anything.
He didn't secure anything.
But even me, as we speak, we have done a lot of things that are precondition for us securing the funding. So what we have started is the Government of Ghana component.
Okay. Until the support na bano and the
these are the preconditions that one Ghana government and yet up to this level.
But no be air call ye tarimu ha yanko ye yeguso e wa hanoma ye de ensem no ne kase pa ebrel e ofa we so mabedwafo etimi abeka mensa e wa hanom na Mr. Kofi Amoaben Asante a part of the Ashanti Regional Communication Team member for NDC or Menchen Ewahanum Sansoso and Amewafa Mr. Ishak Chei Brobe and so a part of the NPP Regional Communication Team Sansoso and Amewafa Bakope Mr. Joseph Amwa and also Ewaha Chairman, Regional Chairman for the UP Party Ghana in Ashanti region. Or also Ewa Hanuma, say, or also Komono, a woman and all Banwamfa, the Banamba. It's going to say, the banner said we wanted to know, it's Wofa, Joseph Amwa, Ewa Hanum, and a young Komono, Yababidi, Katia, Edwedifono, almost say, Omoma government in ultimatum to May Muhonomono, say, stored projects are Katia, phase 2 no more, no. Omumbra no metwaso na omundi djuma no emfama omu because say no mutifie no sebi ahokyere wo mu papa a sebi omaboka anyama na omudi hu nkomo enye na enche bia and the vice president Professor Nana Jane eba ye be show mo boss enka march ye twe mu ya o sanka march die enka omu betimi aba back to Katia project no na nka omabetwaso de amom bet march na twem still now the project has been stored and no home common ewa hanuma ye babedi so na the regional chairman for the National Democratic Congress Mr. Nana Kwesi Andrews or no could in common now no of Kojo Marfo AD in common no say napo the engineers be able go krumu hanum say no mudi jumano ewa ECG for asweye na aban necessary no say energy minister buyer no osusu pa say sabotage be cause especially ewo Asante Mantemu ha the sound intino was say Mr. Abdullah Jinapo a year reshuffle na sa engineers na napodi ombegu kumase ha no ye de omo efri ha no moko na dodo na no ka say we no over this concern Nana Kwesi etimi raise dodo na ka say ene no kwa say nkokasa ase na bi nso ka say e ho so oka because enkrofo bi wo mu a chese omudi nkomo no eno nti na mewo NPP communication team member wa ha sounds na mo NDC communication team member wa ha na me sounds so the regional chairman for UP and so wa ha ye ba be di nkomo no enti ha no ye ba be hwese na nkomo no ebesi akobeti e be hye nkomo na se pa no e di afrikate a edwedifo no na ya sha se e di from patcho mo bi afo mama kwaba for the same year code Mr. Kofi Mamisha ti free ho okay na kete dwedifo no omo de omo ultimatum aba enrada ohwe enkomona no mudi na otimi se mekra na wose egume because these were traders from 2021 abayne show omo bopa se omo betimi ayekiti phase 2 de amomo na omo ye de amomo no omo pay race horse what they are more na ankoma kwatena a horse no man who yi na omutimi that was 2021 2023 it was the same people on mobile bonting be can say niema na che de mom na race horse no crown no mo ye no omo san so anye hu yi ntinka ban ni mrem na ko onye bibi kakran fa mom 3 years down the line still market no has been stored now other vice president Babidin command say nka obe hwe na kware ni yedi am by March but samra me no ka say no omo di nkomo omo say by May say aban no amba back to market no that's all man be complete market na omo so be oye kese pa e de try aban no Mr. Kofi o ye ndisi ni na asem no o kan say
yo minia medase anopay na eni die kwanso ne ahobrase kwanso ma menchia mempanifo menua anopay wa ma me akonya se mene wonum emedwendwene Ghana ho anopay
okay
eye ora Ishak Brobe Alaji ena eye Mr. Amwa
okay
ya ono so oye titania oda UFP, right?
UP.
That's what I said.
United Party.
UP.
Ghana first.
Yes. Ashanti Mantemu ha. Ene wankasa umu ne watifu ha. Ene wahwefu ha. Ehwe ya no pay. Mede me nkomo ne hyase no mamenchia eye Ira Isham Alasan ya bonsu. Ya oye NDC Ashanti Regional Organizer. Ya oye the presidential staffer of the region. Na or coordinating all political affairs to the presidency. Na oba ejina Ashanti Regional Chairmanship position na wawini na wama NDC afan ntampa efra ewo Asante Mantemu. Etima menchia Isham Alasan ya bonsu baby obia oni General Mosquito enemu a omoko thank you to. Menua mame na ase anopa bio. First and foremost, my man set the record straight.
Okay.
Set a banner, infrastructural projects, and as a developmental projects in terms of markets and lorry terminals. NDC number 1 among these two political parties. Set in developing Ashanti region in terms of market. Right? NDC number 1.
I don't know who evidence this.
Mamini can found call by a free, in fact, a free say oboribori about the Kumasi ha. Na uba Kumasi ha. Na Kumasi insure kejeti ana meka ho asemi. Na ateche insua ana na Kumasi kejeti ya. NDC under Papa Rollins ana started Kumasi kejeti terminal no. Ya na MPP fo be di ya free economy ade be manage ya enti me pese me set record ne say sa first terminal na na Kumasi na NDC ne sima Ashanti region.
That was in 92 urban.
Yeah, but no, in fact you started in 1998 99 ana ibeja ma ye rekufo enti e ba no sa de no a NDC number 1 ebio ye call ne san baaye and you say project na ya no the way mana Kumasi expand no Kumasi sa lorry terminal ne market no ehia say ye upgrade no ana NDC san ba bio ana obesi kejetia Kumasi project Dubai ya esi we Jomama project ana osa de besi ma Ashanti region. So on record sa market no back to back NDC na esi dia ma Ashanti region obi a wo hwe no otie bia no emfentu na adwene mo menim se menu yen so challenge bi opa on challenge because my there no say back to back sa project no NDC na yedema Ashanti man eba no in terms of marketer NDC see market dodo e wa Ashanti region echen any political party in Ghana
in Ashanti
region
how many markets?
Yes, so many markets me ba be bubo bi dia kire o mentimi mo boni nyina me ni wo ka say okọ ebuakwa market that ultra modern market facelift market ebuakwa no NDC na constructed sa market ni ebuakwa go to Aswase market NDC and a constructed Aswase market edema Ashanti region go to Tafo go to Atonsu Asafo market the new project aye no ho NDC project ye yedema Asante man
Asafo here dey.
Asafo here. Many can say 24-hour economic market, you know. You see over 40 markets in Ashanti region. Over 40 markets in Ashanti region. Ultra modern markets. Ya ne pompons wono obetimi dia to kejetia Dubai market no. Intima set the record straight. A bano in terms of Ashanti region there. NDC NC market there. NDC aye number 1. No political party can be compared to us. Fast forward. Yesterday, Kumasi kejetia Dubai market. In 2013-2014, Minia Alaji Chebo Benom political party no. Manto MPP. Manto series of demonstration against NDC and John Dramani Mahama. Se omo maye mubu Kumasi kejetia market ni nsi. Kumasi for ye money musam. So many demonstrations, including Chema Untumi. To the extent say, ye basi market no under Yura Kojo Bonsu. Or the MPP MPs me ensemble di nachi ko Brazil o say Brazil contractor na me yes project no me say MPs me ensemble di nachi ko buy no emu mienu suffered because of say omo endorse Kumasi kejetia project. MPs bebre ba na wa Ashanti region ha omo endorse Kumasi kejetia market no they suffered a defeat. Nana do ni MPP catch them say omo mpe wo because omo endorse a project from John Dramani Mahama. Yesterday project no Kumasi kejetia central market. So Kumasi kejetia ni phase 1 and a central market ni phase 2. Minia yesterday Kumasi kejetia project no ye no in a period of 2 years and some few months and a year project no and a handle over. In fact, now there are some other works na I was here, but me catch you say the project was completed and I said you do about 90% completion and sana you lose in 2016 you hand over at the MPP4. MPP4 ba be mu no mo challenge say yen the 2 years and some few months a project we are almost so within a space of 2 years or 3 years on the Bay Central Market project at the Kumasi 4. Meanwhile, Omuko project in a hono enfie mako in fact almost 8 years. Project in a 6 years under the administration. Omo ntimi am complete our project now farmers antimine. Na bibi almost sorry omo ne kan wo makuma mu say omo ne do antimine aha na yom stronghold aha na yom food basket. Na yet ye pass antimine asem enti ye project bia no a omo redeem meanings into it. Under their watch, they couldn't finish it. Okay, said 2024, the whole of 2024, you better aba contractor every site. Omo anfa pin anka project no ho. Enti project in be omu ja no in 2024. Sa na ho di besi sa bre. Ye ma me vice president. Eba be share boss project no. Nyankopon ya adom a anka march ya atwamu anka be start project no. But yenum say amamu a continuous process. Bibi abeti bayra homam. Up to now yentimi nkoso. Nanso meni wo ka say ukọ Krofrom marketer. Krofrom marketer started under President Kufuor. Enkofo buy. In fact ye buy. Ebetwa 8 years. Yentimi anya ho hwe. MPP for no anka eyomu project e wa Ashanti region no. Omo anfa pin anka ho. Meni wo ka say Krofrom market ye disika wuramu a Krofrom market elfa no ntuma pe. Ya starting market ni gidi. Ya ye hwe say by the close of this year or early next year ye be wie sa market no near hand over e de ma Asante.
Krofrom de no ma sha say.
Ya disika wuramu ya sha say den.
Samra me no ka say.
Ye guso ye ho adwuma den. Maame no na be share bo vice president na be share bo enti Krofrom de ne attack central market de no ye ntimi nko ho. Now memra ye nuanom adwadifo a wono say omo ye demonstration anase omo ma ultimatum. In fact me tie omo nsem no e fa ba bi no mehu say e humble appeal e na omo ye na mum enye ultimatum ana omo dey ma na say ultimatum kura na omo dey ma John Dramani Mahama, the president of the republic, on tise na Nado Danko Akufo-Addo obi command ultimatum a okotena Peace FM katen say na wo tie statement na wo na obema me minister ultimatum asante kasa akan kasa so obi use na wo na obema me ultimatum a eye nyoma mienu either so value and also undervalue asante kasa mo no so obi kasa na wo yese ya ejina nyoma mienu either say wunnim buro so anase obuwa bonfia na na rodanko akufo ado ka kire afra wo hihene no
one kind of kwan bonus
na wo na abema me ultimatum no himpopo sei asre sei ya project enfie nwotwe project no ntimi nye ne hwe na o ma o minister no ultimatum ti se de enua no mai e ma ye ultimatum ni bi se bi wanya bibia ma wase a wonya mo ne kro no ye de ye fi se e welcoming news e welcoming statement John Dramani Mahama ka se obi biara o feel say or criticizing na by no you can go ahead to criticize us enti ultimatum om dia maye no me feel say a good news a welcoming news e wi ase mpani forces so obi bo wa pampamu a na o hye ukomu den enti media me gidi say Yewura Mahama any vice president professor omu hwe TV omu tie news yi menim say with immediate effect yabeba project no ho aba be complete ide ama wo mo enya dia ye ne omu benya banta ye nka se ye start project no mo ye demonstration tia ye enti for that matter mo fa masem pa nkohwe do ha ye nka bi nkire wo mo ye be ye project no e de ama wo mo na Ghana ene asanteman afa ne ntuma pefra menua
enti bono tofa ma benda
me bono tofa no unim se two major projects yeah, NDC, any year John Dramani Mahama, a year na Ashanti region, a triane hoka, a diamano.
A project man.
Project bit is a Kenyatia market here, yeke. According to one year press conference, almost say market nankasa a triane hoka. Second project, a Ratri Park. Ratri Park go to Keme, Omubuksum, Ratri Park project NDC, John Dramani Mahama, yeah, no project no a triane hoka. Sabin producer tikesi esonda ye ani betimi adwene we aye we busami mi ese project dodo ahe in terms of markets anu ma ye na Ashanti region ha dia ma asantefo hwe enkofo ebefira ban mu medimanu sikura enkofo ebefira ban mu no medical promise Ashanti region say omo be ma ye 5 interchanges omo say be kwa run about omo be interchange ho Anwaga junction omo be interchange ho so I'm a runabout, obey interchange your ho. Santasi runabout, obey interchange your ho. Ahodu runabout, obey interchange your ho. They promise Ashanti region 5 interchanges. Now in BB. If you are simple forces a quattro quasso of a mount ma, yet in the dean. Quattro quabosh a pan or Mosha Santimai. Ebeka 3 months, I'm over free Kunyasu Mukutra sold more, so I'm a runabout, obey interchange. Interchange 3 months in a year. Quattro quabosh MPP. Namedie. Enya me nwanwa central market for monsem na amoka no yetie na sopam menim se mampani etie mo na very soon eni ekire kura no yebeba abe complete project no ama santimai afa no ntuma pe
Mr. Shark
abuzia
aventonka Mr. Shark
medase na meni o propaganda kesi She no amfa usiba namba.
Basho okasano.
Ati ba abu mi din de.
Mr. Isha.
Nada ni mo di na mo. Okay. Na o kasala mo mi di.
Mate.
So wo kasa wo be say program.
Okay, mate.
Into true.
Mate.
Ohene. Who accuse MPP for Kumasi interchanges? And then I saw Kobo's cry. My view is that you ought to have stayed within the markets. What you say? Now, first time Kumasi enya interchange. A year of friend is saying Asafodie J Kufo. Uye. Second time. Yeka Kumasi interchange ho asem. Eye. Sofulai. Oshasi e wanwie. Musumu ba e wanwie. As a matter of fact, So NDC are very careful. Enyem nwa sese wo pese mutu
Nana Kwesi.
One day see betu.
E be better that way. If it's a narrative be ekoso. Say MPP a project asia NDC baby person vary no. Now ovary no so ovary downwards, not upwards. When him say sofola interchange we na it is octopus abana octopus minim ni trading. Sofola interchange uhwe na yina je kufo opani na why sameboa na it is octopus on by number flat body and no.
Yes, and that architectural view now.
And yes, our original plan on and also for interchanges here. And now we interchange no be answer so. A sour stretch of road as I said a easy traffic.
Yeah.
And the necessary free software lines are see a buakwa. Omudru University where on Manaka.
Wasn't come BM.
A see a buakwa easy traffic. Omotina wa makofonu yakuma do dankwa kufa do buy ansana say wusi kwana zo wa woni mabua kwa straight no do. The second variation asokwa interchange and omudi painting and am regional minister painting amani agese ye painting
Ashanti first
ya no so Coca-Cola onom ja kwana si Daybreak onom ja kwana si meanwhile sa uya interchange so that me catch on na stretch no ese eko
na traffic wo pa those things
na some time no say uwo Daybreak na obedru high school junction make me twa 1 hour or 2 hours.
Oh yes, minim no credit.
When him say omu jan wo Daybreak no the same French for financing noa ana kufoni yakumadu danka kufado buy. The same financing source now. Yes, which means that a professor must have the same financing source now and come to us. And next I will see Kwanoswa and one who first face na ekosi of friend is saying Domkwasi Junction. Na na Kufuado san negotiate come from Domkwasi Junction the kwan be the Kwasi say up to Abidjan Junction. Abidjan Kwanta. Heading towards Bosumtri. What you say? Say see ya yeti we any kwasa wo boso. Woni mi sia ya careful. Say see ya yeti we. Once I beka say swami interchange adodan kwa Kufuado e shase no
3 months.
Please near 3 months.
Okay.
Anya 3 months.
In 8 years.
Or shase before say of friend say the change program. Now you know, officer interchange you know. We shall say that the pillars as easy. Sana is for the Juamawa. Sana absolutely no.
Alaji,
electrical lines are a fat swami. The BMC interchange in na. SIA pipelines and holding in na. And almost I say there be. As I say, okoye ebusu ekruwa. Efa ho sa ekokopie sa ta pankrono ase ho ese wo sa ye go from sa enso ese wo sa outlining roads ni nyina and Sakra sana the main swami interchange no
aba
na omo mi interchange no omo site no omo anya no wo ebuanim sa ekwan no so wo de ko office no omo ko ye no nothing na of friend saying post office flyover who na be post office flyover na be of friend saying flyover na e wo abusia kuruwa e ho no who na be who na be and sana please even that's a rhetoric what you say and sana another one course say here e wo of friend saying gebi akwasipon road na be join e friend saying Macro. Do you know the reason behind it? If it's a interchange, Nasa a corner air call face or no. So why new flyovers me and some way up. Something previous are now in your heat. When him assessor. Hey, Fred is saying, apropos junction. I say another one cost war. Otherwise, say, throw interchange, you know, Nasa also bad so liar. A bet pim. Fred is saying, apropos junction. A bet pim traffic in bet me up to the top of the interchange. So, as also a come. And this is a whole year, 10 years.
Wow.
And send a cross from. Cross from cross from intersection, and this is a walk airport. Now for interchange, now when it's airport, as a honor so.
Now
look, and near my chassis, and yet the interchange now just now there is all quite Juma, and this is for Juma, and I'm pushing so many Juma. Now try what Juma this way. Say, young Quatin, must say Moto Kumasi Mamu votes, Ashanti region Mamu vote, more than voter region. More than voter region. At the mamo. What I say? I feel the Muslim year free 4 tier no at the about 3 tier interchange. Reason cost savings. Cost saving how much? 100 million. Meanwhile, Dodo Pepper so Nkwanta Equine. Year no original 26 million euros no. I say in fear do it. I say more quite 63 million euros. Cost service when I hear or cut up the neighborhood. Young and Charlie uncle.
Let's say Mr. Ishak, all doing command say more projects and I say more free abiners and I say NDC bar or move varying up better, no move varying down.
That was here a housing project here. Set to the second housing project here. Kufo affordable housing. Buy only could do say. Kufo near the Dankwa Kufar in a band baby. Nanu year, also does Antman, Nanu year. 1 million coders job. A Mebunia more bayer, a buying a year promise so Obama a new man.
Mr. Ishak, more concerned is that Kaakyire phase 2 project now. Naturally,
so I'm got congestions and come on.
80%
okay, it's okay. So, but I wanted to establish a fact, sir. Why are they? Oh, say who knows why are they? 1 million coders job, 3 centers for Ashanti region of almost 6 million population. Voter region and the population every 1 million.
Mr. Ishak,
14 centers. No, 1 million coders. No, voter region, northern region, Greater Accra region, next region. One of the highest Ashanti region next to Greater Accra. And to be pacho, say ye di Kumasi and Komoa. We share boys now. The time was so. Now, what they are found. But what the fire here so dear? Who bet your fire? Sure, or
it's a phase 2, no, didn't some maybe.
Maybe. Oh, it's a phase 2. Phase 2, our friend is saying 750 maternity block, which would have been the biggest in the whole of West Africa. And a phase 2 international airport, neighbor. Letting now our common funding. Me do you come out to was. Okay. Any question can be done. She be but the fire so or politics or. Enti obusa me say adenti na enwie. And I may DB count who say projects me answer we nyina na funding from UK. Maternity block phase 2 and an airport. So I just say Emra debt exchange program ne buy funding in I halt to you. Now when him video I'm gonna send you I was astonished. Say if indeed say bank accounts whether it's escrow or whatever accounts said the papa na air can no video no mo na I generate a lot of money. You bet me dia koko wura phase 2 no mo dia. And then let's say problems are a free funding, external funding no for phase 2 no. Let's say any can say enka eno no eka ho. Enti so waka me fi say e asem papa say nyina ye di akiri. But what you say?
What you say?
E say nyina ye di akiri. Hwe Kenya di Dubai. Oyini. Problems are edi amma ye currently no see ya nyiri ho anye phase 2 phase 3. Yenya hwe. Value no. Am I the biggest congestion? Can you be back? Shop na no. When you be back?
Phase 2 no.
And phase 1 na me kan say. When you set to hono, nanka misa mo when you kuma se nipa. Nanka phase 2, phase 3 no. E ko na ye market.
Na we parking.
And ha e parking, lorry park. Baby, I did Dubai, Messi.
Yeah.
I want to lorry park. And take a uko di uja ewo phase 2, phase 3 we are. Nanka wa ba
ho car.
Thank you. Na ho lorry terminal.
Because say ya combine me no nyina.
Ohine. Anka omo ye no. Anka dia say ba mu ni say esen komo parking bay, which is like so wo VIP a. Wo mo baby a Omufa amanfo alright ana me bua na so omu abinchi a omu cars ni na yeden e wo ho wo e bedroom so no yeden na watu aba no such facility eninti se ye enso to a hu e konyina flade is because the underground sewage system is a building. And this is said in phase 2, no? And I correct the limitations of phase 1 in terms of parking, in terms of sewage systems. But what you say? So they so let me a flow come. Ubi abenya bianya baby ide a parking. No ubi atenya ho ide a dininja. And this says kabisa on e no kra. In fact, video na metie. Edia, any na just yet ho yede. And na say the common term na amanfo ho ton because say no you don't even drive up past Titi Ho yes Dunkirk. Because traders ever hold you now.
So there's about if Mr. Omeba.
Kaakyire history there. Of course. Remember car no baby now the feel problem. If you my one never. The hard na ben flat. Now na parking.
Yes.
No fluwa musi anuma nante afa ACT. University. Yeah. Why that? ACT you traffic you control. ACT zebra crossing.
Okay.
To do ACT and afi wo na ko Kaakyire. Oko market, central market. I want to central market.
Yes.
And I have Kaakyire.
That's all rich. That's where the market is.
So until say na honorable Ishaki can. For now, go make sure because cars guard the doors.
Just a minute. Say mama sad adie we ya. Unim. Kaakyire menim say Mr. Amoni. Oh tete me pacho. Unim. Asie ho nyina na ye car park. Enkofo we na be di market ho de stores. I'm telling you. Opa, me massa corrections. I see what you know,
original plan, no. Sesana na tell the ananke, but on Sina because two parties. Maybe I will be outsmart the other one. That's why we need a party or no bar or make sure say he does it right and will be benefited. That's why we need a united party.
Okay.
Because here tears out you mean now. We are person undermine the other one. We are person is na me say. Adwuma de obi na oba na aba beto aso a. Ya na kan ne fe pa ne se. Nya odi dro no. Beto aso de akwako wi. E ma no boa because ansa na bia am de drawings bi bi e ba no. Is a lot of thinking matter gone in. Right from the time no I didn't know ba no. Until banners also have this anwa. You must also be very careful. Say yes, if it's Yana, what's the son? Because review. If you are so, the guy say Accra is a circle in some region. On the President by say for design no review.
Yeah.
We are all much aware of all those things. I understand. You forget to say the country is growing, population is growing, other activities are also coming. The cars no doors, maybe a doors. It is a looking into the next 40 years. Now, but it should be a next 10 years. Yeah. What it means after 10 years, no, I don't know waste because congestion in our baby. I think I'll be for say. Because we need always to think forward. I need to think very far and see say that man will stand all the challenges a bit me about.
But Mr. Mpachon say I think say UP members there, you were part of NPP. So at that time, phase 1, phase 2, no na unimu asempa. We had different points in the market now. Right now, no. I mean, omentimi complete before say more time with the UP no.
Yeah, and you prioritize Ashanti region, yeah.
Let's say you
MPP in particular. We don't say Ashanti region T-shirts here.
Oh, please.
So that you know
please.
It was very insulting.
They say you from the party, no. You are telling the real situation with NPP in Ashanti region.
Yeah, your priority. So when you say as Alan, one of the biggest passion, the greater Kumasi industrial city. The passion about no personally what you made actually I compare some grants I made to media acquire land in a just area enclave and link it to the Bankari land port. Yes, I mean we are Ashanti who has a all these things are Alan's passion for this country and for that matter Ashanti region because of fear. Maybe I is very important, very critical, and very sustainable. And yes, sustainable, and that's very unfortunate.
For
instance, Yababa here a Kaakyire market. Over market no. The Bema a horn my hotel near even Abahon. Now you feel for car parking because Obia the car about. We make sure the car park is big enough because you are not generating income more than a market no crisis because on daily income we make daily income. Than say a store will be boosting another affinutia. You're joining out to now near Yaseno and I say yes, so what are we doing? Is it going to be sustainable? A bedroom will be not say you be bar, be say or scabbing a way to be who has say ya repair. You need ska, meaning I condemn. But then say initially not why yeah. What it means is that the next time cost no twice or 3 times. The only idea maybe as Ghanaians, and the government, these two parties, they don't look at the sustainability of things, policies.
Of policies.
Policies. They don't look at the sustainability. It's all about propaganda and optics. All these things are very important because we need to build a nation that belongs to us. Because we any idea new be there. That's it. Tianona is a issue. No more car road you want some interchange. Interchange you him say that the later hour and I interchange by. Now we say me can't say you need to maybe because contractors may be on no more truck around. Omo stand there, rent because a survival that time now.
That time no on the project.
And it's now Mendami Ban, no, I did not come person come once and pa. My father's cars here is involved lives. By the new in art and change. Sir, ban no was over the master cars and voxing. A young papa, Miss Roma bear 2 minutes pay. Coming can once and by your pee. That voxing. Sir, come is the one more. And when it's 18 coincident. Or packing the baby. Then where to now movie. Only bizarre. The one many accident. Drivers. The year near free drivers no responsibilities ni na aso de near kwa check cars, which is very dangerous because tiana na all van otherwise no any accidents. Ya nya ho hwe. Na me feel say this is the way to go. Your person okwan so joa. Drivers must always be held responsible for their responsibility.
That's drivers no more can Voxy cars no.
Exactly.
Because we Mr. Amwa but you mean twa no. Enra me fa Vox ni bi. Na driver na menene call abofo. Na because your project bi wo kakra. Na nkomo ni na say Voxy car na nkasa no. Japan for no ye no mo in way say uku speed na say o ben car. Brake no enye sa. So enu kwan say o ben car be brake and say no brake into Voxy drivers na nkasa nim say Voxy car no brake na nkasa nye. But enam so mu yifa ho on person mu ko menu into mu dru baby ohun so mu hia na afi no omu ebo brake no. And at time be the accident ne ba.
Ka bia no ha the brake nye. Oh, now the speed, what is the type of speed you are coming? Never determine brake ya obeba ebetimi abom anaze move. And maybe our driver except it one is old driver the next car need your man one pole away.
Yeah.
One pole away na akọ. We go town no brake na can go bom a. Whom do you blame? And the new train as say ya di ma wom. And na wo kwa bridge when you say Tagawus ya any attack
golf
when say na one suspended licenses.
Yeah.
Suspended license, suspended, you are driving carelessly.
Nancy Cromatch no cry.
What I say, you are driving carelessly. And when the drivers first they need training. Quite first when your license, we need to review it. Number 2, as I said, police, national road safety, insurance companies, and DVLA, we about on one platform. The issuance of licenses. So obi ya bonia yan linking it to the license. Yan linking the license yan linking it to a Ghana card. So we say complete. To be obi ya say suspend the license ya. No me so on to me fa bibi achi enkonko gi license from Congo ejuma. Na yamma ya nimra saade no say be ya drivers be responsible for their own life and the life of other people. Si anya saade ja say car no nya car no nya we. Utina mu ayi ntu ye ne bo wi. Driver no awo driver be kan say be kire say uduru be a go speed ya uduru be a bo brake en fa na wo ko be 140 km/h na car no na bo brake be re na afa. Tini nyina ye nyama say se hwe na ye because any of go na accident sa na sprinter for enso nya accident sa ne other trucks cars e o nyina nya accident obi a nya accident ya ye nka na hwe ne ye jai no so that na wo me wi ye ne ya ko ya se akobonsa na atwa driver no onya accident no ya nya ne hwe so driver ni say wo ye mistake ne be suspending the license ya obi make sure say wo ko ba bia we careful because who say there responsibility it comes to him direct.
So Mr. Moa, Kakrebi on KT has stored market now.
Number 2, private cars in house, number plates, as I say, you property. As I will the house or car AS 4040 So, tall car no na or yama car for fra, as say 2 number plates no. The Belgia is linked to you, so that wouldn't could be Bolivia, you're sure I be them. Yes, animal. The idea which you are very careful power driving this animal in our so could you believe in us a suspended license here? We not can go you. Do be careful. The idea side near just a car no name, because you are changing from left to right and right to left here. You changing you know, with him say, we'll be able to say, still be to I'm a car accident. And TV that. I drivers no a problem in your drivers no. Ghana accident problems in our drivers. Young people are directly responsible to their carelessness. And yes, idea, your bed breasts are bed cancer, now they are question cars, 700 cars, 7,000 cars. You see, in more, but drivers 7,000, whom you are responsible, accident doing
Mr. Wa.
Back to
Mr. Wa.
I'm so glad to ask Mama because we because lives are very important.
Important, yeah.
Yeah, Kenya market, you local market now. Oh, wow, go find a man, akɔ nkurɔfo kɔdu gu a asɔpɛ na abaso eti yɛn hwɛ sɛ drivers no bɛyɛ responsible wɔn nyɛ accident 1 2 3 yɛn suspend the license na sɛ ɔkɔgye insurance a yɛn raise the premium no what I say yɛn link wɔn nyinaa together until saa these 3 4 you know yɛn ka wɔn nyinaa wɔn as one platform na bibi ɛkɔ so yɛ wɔn nyinaa emu yɛn saa ɔman no bɛtɔ because we never know the next time of person a omu kwa kuku bi ana onua ana awo fase bi ana awo yire
Mr. Ishak ma men hye nkomo we yase wo so na membra Mr. Kofi wavyo na nkomo ne say energy ministry ho no omu according to omu no se dumso ni ho but then I think say they have technical challenges over there. Ashanti regional chairman for NDC akodi nkomo say Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe the engineers we go Ashanti region ECG office she say omo nyema no omo yina say omo sabotage ECG in Ashanti region of which says uncle no D and OD common base when he had an interview with Kojo Marfo and OD Sankomo no. Do you side with him? Say I mean Napo the engineers be go kuruma na che say almost sabotage, I mean ECG and together with Energy Ministry.
Quickly, I don't side with him. Now, few things that will not take 30 seconds. Is that beyond drivers now? Is the issue of mechanical. Cars also originally built for left drive, steering or right. And a bar ye mumkutu near the bar left, near the right hand drive. Evidence just say the only originally Dubai at the banner. Omuni how yenye hanoa womu etwitwa niema sisi ene ehon so ade ase ade ani ekọ how better minya say nim bi we omo importers ni bi and share. That's one. Number 2, and they say minya as a market nyama namba ba sha ase don't be edro.
Mr. Ishak.
And then the cake. I mean,
this is your common Mr. Ishak.
Maybe Mr. Ishak. A whole wood village, which is one of the biggest markets when it comes to wood, timber, was also done by us. Okay. Upon me, sure so will lose the chairmanship elections.
Chairman and Akosi.
Menya sure say NDC ni kra menene di nkomai obe gidi o kan na tom o kasasa o bari o sie enema papa asase ye di ani ehwe nyina o sie no
but nkomo no di e no energy minister so ati o a person ye reshuffle
oyene oya dum so no be wo se enema bi wo ho a wanya, and that's why me di be di san nkomo we. I say, American plant no you tia Kaakyire. But never napo. I know what accuse no. The first ever inland thermal plant of the Kumasi. A year Angomaso. SI constructed gas pipeline from the west to Ashanti region. Obia umpire Santimai electricity. Onya opportunity as energy minister. First ever thermal plant, inland thermal plant. Now, Emra was sending a video now. I decided to make calls. And Ukraine. Say a year electricity generation any problem because we generate over 5,000 megawatts. Your peak consumption is around 4,500. There was sufficient generation. Say tete why you say oh gas in free Nigeria ma Ghana de no ENI gas no yensiesie bi wo ho so far gas side no so ebe boama ya generating power no so it has been smooth. A back transmission a great ko for dia omode ba yankon no adwuma ahode na wi a ye de ba no so no ye no so ye nkote se bia pylon bi atiahwe anasisi it's also going on. Baby a how no was say me say se Nana Kwesi akasa na wo energy minister ye mistake no one fix ye no de no change engineers are net is 7 produce on what jaw nine now the powder aboso
oh
check just say a seven problem no one solve we and I would never be katakatani. It's a fair language. The majority is a fair language. It's a very fair tree language. Now, the also see a transformers no, which fall under what friend is saying distribution. So I've talked about generation, I've talked about transmission, and I'm talking about distribution. Distribution in it say yedi enkani an kokoko ye fie mu eni ye nwuma mu. Say transformer be a supply mo ha say. I say I titidia power na first let me contain you know what you say amount for ebe use amana bro so as say replace here na say one ya there is absolutely no engineer na metie na you know Nana Kwesi you know na say say what the engineer no ekasai in a particular district while money ding. What then it means is that and now say we are party chairman in Chino obetimi akoswe will be there off to solve baby and we are call no also omutimi redistribute the power.
Yeah, the power.
What is all to me, yes, sir? So that is not a sufficient evidence to say a sabotage. It's not sufficient evidence to say that it's sabotage. There has been occasions that one more bet me at Yanitina say Oshanka industrial areas, no, so you know, a daytime where you know free fee. You're free fee, son. Electricity, engineering, it me allow my ultimate the core baby, ye new markets, yakase. Now, and a juna ye coffee and what's higher redistribution. So bibi sa okay won timi magina so wo as a layman and winning power generation transmission and distribution e hon komo no emetim make such a blatant statement. What you say? The reality is that ye transformers no SSA yes san bebre this ye nisika ye dey san ye ni kwan say physical dey san what's the san engineer. No one has a transformer. I repeat, I say what Jawan nine na what the powder a boss war. How no at the home. Oh, and this is precisely what is happening in Ashanti region. Now we are money betu yanim. Say for power sector, here sikanintino. Yemamo every liter beer because to be a petrol beer, fango beer liter beer because. Emma 1 city. And she said, no, say, by end of March, assessor would the energy say 1 city per liter no whole report about trouble. Minority abo energy minister wa bona. At the one TV. Okay, so you know, near my na sa power sector no ye niema SS ye de fix no ye hwe how much are ye generate na untimi mfa fix ade na will take you on and before of the case and I just say a part of the regulations are omission war Parliament of Ghana said every quarter bia 1 CD per liter no what the whole report be there everybody. Okay, so these are the issues in terms of contribution to energy sector. And yet Ashanti region no ɛdeɛ ɛnkoa ɛne deɛ ɔhene ba napo ɛde ba ha sei no ɛnkoa power generation under our regime 1,600 megawatts of power. The distribution in the document is here. About your transmission lines are Kumasi transmission line substations project. Your friend saying Burkina interconnection project. Yes, our Prestia transmission line project. Project transmissions lines distribution also plenty of them. A full document is here. If anybody wants to challenge about our contributions to the power sector, but specific to Ashanti DA, and Nipa na wa accuse no wrongly. If you say ye wura wa TJ energy minister under Professor Mills, ye hunu de na podi ba e bi thermal plant we say K1 PPT. Ewa ngoma so ensancha de yeme ni kakra about friends na po ejina na so eye kran is the gas pipeline from the west to Kumasi to power that particular plant. So when you be ama wasia inya mo ne kro asema papa ne kan ne de wan kan ye na me de minim say chairmanship no me kran say me be throw me weight behind Isham. He doesn't deserve to be NDC regional chairman. And Kwadano, yepe digital job ama omuna. Yama ye 3 centers. Ya no one actually. Na yama ye be 30 centers. Because apart from Greater Accra, Ashanti region the one highest presidential votes. You can't treat Ashanti region. Before so we no,
mamimbo video we ma. Na na kwesi ekasa ye no. Energy Minister Mr. Honorable Abdullah Jinapo and so di nkomo e de afa ho mpacho me video nem right here.
To get reports of where in some particular districts there's lethargy. The level of responsiveness is not encouraging. Generally, I know you are doing a good job, but there are some isolated cases where I must be frank, as minister, I'm not happy with. And I've directed your MD to do some exercise there. If it needs that we should shake up, like any organization, we would have to do a shake up. But don't let us get there. You have a duty, you have your work cut out for you. Please, let's do that. You cannot have 100% system where the lights will not go off forever. Even in advanced countries, sometimes there are outages. But the response time ought to be very swift, and the response time ought to be such that when somebody experiences that complaint, you can deal with that. We're also working with them to upgrade your information system and response system, so that when somebody has a problem, you can just send a text message and send a location, and that alone should be enough for your team to move in and deal with the challenges.
And when in Koma Energy Minister Eddie right after the interview that we had, meaning say with tia seminar na or tia let me say the machine and tia Risha from the bit akoso. Mr. Kofi?
Yes, sir.
Honorable Akasao. Na one chairman yadring.
You mean ma me funny say. Me no kasa ya me nuanom bia e wo be kwai. Omo say omo hwe dwumadi ne den prince down so and then call for.
E che o nyina.
You me nua Ghana yen kan ya ho nsensem de yen nyina yenim se yenim sem deda. Problem a ya battle ya kon e free yura Mamemfa no Yura Rollins, the first one, and then the coup, the BC Mampeni Kufuor, Professor Mills, Yura John Mahama, and Abdanko Kufuado, the BC present day Yura John Dramani Mahama. So now, Oshe Asamoah, my regional chairman Akanoa, a serious allegation, and Wamekinoa, me feel said, any concert, your fan tra. Yenipa nanya yete wafidi kesi yusu CCA no. Ebetimi abase yemu bi kuta information bia yemu bia enisa information no. Ebia na ukuta information bia so solid, so concrete, but me okope information and me no na koe enti I don't have privy and I say me need evidence to the information ekuta wo no enu nti na make us a serious allegation na such allegations no so no ye ntra ho saa enti me de me fi say asemo a me regional chairman kan no with immediate effect say eye no kure say pacho pick me statement ni say eye no kure say engineers bi wo krom ha ya omo aheda edundum nkanea na regional chairman timi frew na regional chairman on yes akọ na mini hobi enti na me kasa na I am being careful say eye no kure sa na say engineer no regional chairman timi frew na say opa ne chew na oso kanea ne masaafo no a wadum wo mo de a any me free say free na ekoya no I was say nipa kon report no de ma any appropriate authority yes sasemu a yura eka no eye no kura dia ene sa engineer no ni kwan say eye ne kataso eni kwan say transfer ne kura ye sa shake up na o mo recommend no sa shake up no a yura na che say oye omamboni tachia mwankasa yeah was here the appropriate quarters bia no mu deal with him
yes on the regional chairman ya dream
mini hobby ono na oye ko no no abeka ne nsem de a kire se ye dum nkofo bi light ana nkofo na frɛ no ana ofrɛ ho engineer wo ho ana engineer no srɛ no pa na kyɛw ana later osoma no enti kire se asɛm a ɔka no sɛ ɛyɛ no kure se saa ne kɔ so de a ɛne engineer kɔ no se pe ne kyerɛ kwan ye hwehwɛ engineer kɔ me kura me giri se modwuma you should go beyond we discussing it here I was a sabre no kama je contact kro afiri yewura chairman ho na kama busa engineer no se die ne ba ohyew be ne ba ne tirimo a oye saa de no
yeguso a ye ho adwuma
fantastic enti me free na ekɔ me monitor mo fidie se mo ba free engineer kro no mabusa no se ye no kresen komodie bi akoso de a
wa mo engineer bi edin
wa mo din beto kire se engineer bi
un say ti ye de ne say so we will na
obetimi aboni video na me atie
very good
me sure say me chairman be twantro
ose ombodin but ye dwuma
me sure say me chairman be twantro
no me bawo ye dwuma ECG ho no
investigation so factual investigation so na chairman so entro no di ya
chairman me sure say no
so we are
me sure say chairman be twantro
what I say e we ECG
ana me chere say me minim Augustus Andrews Nana Kwesi, the original chairman, said on for no ntwa sa atro no. Enti
original chairman, okay sir. Enye team you so do ba ka no. On report to man original boss.
Very good.
Video na ready.
Very good. Yamona inti
Inigo. If there are challenges I say engineers no emaye and they are making, I'm not missing my words. Say energy minister 8 year engineers do na mo eba region him no say wan hwe anye shake up ombebu enumase because I know what I'm saying. Last week me more district the entry there was calls coming on me sir. Chama ye dundu me kan ye dinko so I called the MDC them say oti ho ana light dundum ya dia be na ko so chama me kan jam na say fa e ho engineer na to line so ana offer e ho engineer na to so and I questioned him menene ko ye na me kan so wan hwi ya ye ba me a transfer no bro, within 5 minutes, now a phone for I started from say lights number. So what's going on? You were nipping be or high.
Can come on
yes. Yes. And come on, chairman Dino, and I make a seminal. Because Osha evidentially okuta a very weighty evidence. Because what's it?
Evidence.
No, me
there can be a switch of power.
Yeah, switch of power.
Because we are influential person. I would do a number 2 wouldn't you? Well, you're courageous enough to tell you, say.
If
you say, so catch you, say, transform an in you. You don't think I say no, you're managing a kakaka, a cough and tentamua. You're speaking to a politician. So, there can be a switch of power. That is possible. And you mean evidence. Evidence in the saying. Such a way is a tuno.
Until see a bit to he's still our chairman. Until say Honorable Sham be to still now a chairman. And today, my person may say, what budding, I'm not professional. Interview somewhere 3 days ago. And our refer said last week. In teacher said last week in a tremono. I know my timeline no about din say on my DC, you know, and I said municipal chief executive or the not to line and one in for press and I said a conference call. So it means that a similar chairman can do. And to me free say any can say chairman man so ho. On me and Fanny Pacrono Macotes be no investigating no. Sekoba say the Emilia is Yeminia Ishak Dobe Ken. Aya no crese or switch power be na demand for dia. And you meet me can say so be it. Name mom say a deliberate to say the original chairman Air Canada. Akwana I was here in the tomb with immediate near investigating no. Chairman confirm chairman so the answer no cry. Many sure no. Say you didn't man the appropriate quarters. Now say no. It doesn't matter say Medima no see the party no power. Medima no see no. Minia Ishak Alaji. Eji to mu say ene Ghana ye ni gas ho problem a ye dey supply your power system. Na kofare buy no. One year John Dramani Mahama. We take power from gas from Nigeria. Say, and Ghana ni gas who problem dia. Any na yam fast dano Emma Yura John Dramani Mahama. And ne onuna amaye gasa. Emma Omano about $380 million a year. A great achievement. A binsi Ghana da. Mampenia kufuado buy. Mumu sana
we still take gas from Nigeria.
Mampenia kufuado nyani sika odikosi National Cathedral.
Oh, cathedral.
Odikotu amana. Yewra John Dramani Mahama nyani sika odia ye gas amene ye ni or how be. Na unim say John Dramani Mahama buy meba under 1 year 5 months as 3 months no. Watimi tua energy sector debt about $1.4 billion. Yewra John Dramani Mahama wotua. Enti papa no yo si ade yo. Me de bia me ka se enye mra me hia ka me ka se mo me sanfo
me de ba bedwafo e na wa ha no Mr. Kofi Amwa ben e wa ha no me ne din ko sanso na Mr. Ishak Chei Brobe enso so wa ha Joseph Amwa Mr. Anso so wa ha no ma me no e ba be din komona na me kai wo se Basin Imperial Global Shipping and Logistics ason ya se ayejumedie we ne etimi Ebra Millennium Construction
Oh, the power, you can't power once a month. You two me once a year, energy. Because the beer runs on energy.
Yeah.
The tea in energy and media mind they run. Say, what has to see easy see sad discussion. Say, electric energy no car. The view. The Nadia, it did agro. And now. The idea is it should be something that is running all year round 24/7. It is a problem be by my problem no na can depend ship and sound ya solve our problem. Na minia chi we ka say na or can quite fast a generative power no we could do baby a distribution. This is what I mean who say the generation and transmission any problem. The only distribution there.
It's not a problem now.
It's not a problem now.
There can be a problem in the future.
So there any distribution now there, then we need to make sure say it must solve our problem because So be a year any industry so powerful for you're out. Much as the power is off, don't forget say we work as no dear, we boss men we out to the call a call of 1 hour cry about 1 hour. Well we the juma we are everything they offset it of course we. The whole idea is in me and baho. A chairman about Zai. But you may be so transfers no shall run here. This is beer. So a Ghana I do upon the high and say. You will be all to go to better now for no, I compromise or home. I am comfortable until compromise. It is a man basa. We are drive, we are the park ride, it means why are you and the corner to us one will be the Sadian, it is a diablo. See all transfer will be quite no be bad no yen. It should be no mind all discourse. Oko bank ya, uncle to say big now bears 2 years not if I go. Who knows a man so need to go, a man so need to go. Why are they there? Konako tries is now as me. So when you are there, so they are and another call. And you know, whether near a child American, whether it's true or not, we shall from Zoom here. Now, new people are more banned. Dear must be to my baby to enhance the power system. The Obi to go to static ones are against our money. Now, power society, American, is very, very important here. As I say, you know, without the electricity, no power, no, into me and coin and yes. See, Ghana power generation, economy kakra. But the my meet when you there's a power generation, so economy because development require the demand will be rising from here and there. Now me we say, now me busa containers no once and by say I say
the ira cable so omko hu bi wo kaso echi ho. Because could be or typha, but or my hunting in our be better, or my hunting in our.
Ah, now
and now you must could the Indians for being the Chinese.
Normally, cables, no, as you aluminium.
Yeah, in the sand, man.
It's serious.
Serious, but
the encounter, see.
Oh, investigations on the way.
Say, the amount some of the Koya BBA, one so the we are. Energy Minister Babon Timbekan, and after so almost finding some of the containers, one Babon Tiam be Chimuye and explaining say containers, amount of containers in a yes me. Until one assembly day, I think say one in containers, baby, I cannot ever.
The rest of them is actually because Ghana is
yeah,
any idea. It is a baby, I say, Mohuna, when you children, name involved. Now, intimate human. Ghana has a Ghana brown, unfortunately, as I announced in time. I check it in jackets here. What I say, what I go. Cook my cardio, a year, not 3 years. That forest going to be to the
how is that?
You're not a drama. The old figure days can be down you moon. But who do cook my cardio? Can you imagine a country like Ghana? I'm a Ghana. You ever say, San income? Where's that? The people don't take politicians serious.
Of course.
And also. When you're a politician, we're very careful. We're extremely careful. But we are sort of offers the thing we will be gone. But I had it. I graduate my first politician with my cross traffic light. What the grand and the rest say more money in Corona. Not transformers now. Yes, you say a short because we are sending me big report.
About 1,000 near Deba.
I was here for say,
or maybe almost 1,000 transformers.
Yes. 1,000 transformers.
Yes, 1,000.
I was here. Grandma said the young said transformers in a week. And the other never to do no money message. If it is true, say a week here.
You're bringing 1,000 transformers. Then it means there's a problem.
There's a problem.
Yes.
And a transformers somebody ban so and old one voltage in your pay. We know so we
was the capacity no was
yes.
So that's how because maybe anybody open.
Sure.
Maybe I tried the old system knows a cake this they say bibia ye bia no democracy na say na ya so ni edi organ hon ko but say organ be I would do grade je say which be just one na akwa boy
when so automatic I mean correspondent to the weather climate they say who say weather no IS and from maybe anywhere doom and why stabilize and no so it's me so
Odini is saying
maestro
one of kasa to say ase obi o waban enyam waben oh you see you see when you see
I like yourself
you see yes I have to praise because obi kania e wo problem or pay solution say dear na solution no ha me ma be ka say generation transmission what they are to so now distribution no me see offend say transformers what buying aircraft transformers 1000 tell you me ba kwano tum what kind of transformers
last 2 weeks
that's the kind of information yes can last week okay that's fine I was not there so okay any this is the information because you see we are 7 people but what you say
check me about 1 minute
okay me 1 minute no initial comment
enti boso na yemko
any kwan say me your experience offend say communicator National Cathedral more almost be Attorney General and Minister of Justice and before I decided to speak to it my Google information was it every single payment to National Cathedral was approved by Parliament and that there was no illegality. Number 2 Pualugu one more Kasan Energy Minister please energy minister because these are 2 energy issues
just a minute
that's what I say so there were no payments but what I say some propaganda no omunyai just so final one me time no 1 minute the final one the only one who suffer and they say MPP Ebabeto 2.4 billion in the energy sector. IMF World Bank says in matter of 5 years, ebe rise to $12 billion.
Mr. Shark, Bacho, if you see
$500 million per month.
Na yampona eti ba menye birthdays no juma e wa hadom na we say beba we say
this is proper financing
ba menye birthdays we juma na I say a very happy birthday to a wonderful madam of mine and a staff of Confanoshi Teaching Hospital, Madam Doris Barnier. Keep enjoying God's favor and glory all your days. Blessings, Madam. Eti Madam Enedasono. Yema happy birthday. Nyakopon inshallah na bibia intimi nkoyi and fama. We just say happy special birthday to Group Officer 1, Martha Konedu Abuaje, popularly known as International Woman. She serves at the Kumasi Kaakyire Fire Station, widely known as Kaakyire Dubai. Eti Yemawo Fishiapa, Ezansuma Awada Papa, Martha Konedu Abuaje, Yankopon Inshona Bibia Intimi Enko. We also free Simon Opokwe free and also Yan wish you happy birthday. We also say happy birthday to Abigail Amwakon, Woman of Glory. I thank God for her life. God bless her. I love you from Rich wife inti yemawo official person so ma wodapa e wo kwan we so we also say happy birthday to Amu Mensa Mark, the media aide to KMA boss and incoming NDC youth organizer for Asopa constituency from Nana Kaakyire Anefi into Nana Kaakyire Anefi say yemawo Amu Mensa Mark happy birthday na yentwaswa Georgina Nanama Ambrose. She works at GBC Garden City Radio. Into Georgina yemawo happy birthday. Yemawo happy birthday. Mr. Kojo Manfred ena ede ebae na osi yemawo happy birthday na bibia enkoyi enfam offer as you wish you happy birthday. Eti yemfama wo no. Happy birthday to Mavis Owusu. She is a tutor at Pentecost Senior High at Bremen and a soloist from KB. And I say yemfama to KB say yem wish you happy birthday. El sa kwano so. Kofi?
Yes sir.
1 minute penna.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
Unse Honorable Ishak Ajia to say omujayen eka ewo energy ho about 1.8 billion. Now say within a space of 1 year, near tria almost 1.5 billion. The jury say was I was say born 7 years ago Dramani Mahama. Now I na do say
you know rights on credit. Into what percent account?
My mama say if you don't see it's not dream na mutime boa e kan ho ejemre from nonsia ebepem nongi na ye de fache TV Daybreak dwumadi no etimedi abomedin e the big brother G the Maestro and emetenemu e the ma of Kojo Marfo Mr. Joseph Amwa no ye Ashanti region chairman for UP party no etimi ebeka mensa e wa hanom ye da na se pansa so na Mr. Ishak Che Roby also a part of NPP communication team and also ever come in Sawa. Sounds now Mr. Kofi Amwaben
contested for regional communication
or contested for regional communication. Also ever come in Ewa Hanum and Mr. Kofi Amwaben also a buy now also a part of NDC regional communication team no also a buy now OPE NDC. Just a regional chairmanship na Ishan Mbwa.
Yes.
Isham Al Hassan. So in the campaign manager.
Sure.
Campaign
I'm part
manager.
of his communication campaign committee.
Nti Obwa amayetu na nakwesi.
Of course.
Obwa amayetu na nakwesi.
Of course.
Adwa why are they more amayetu no?
What the so ope bra ma me bre.
There be inimbre. Eti ahanom le djumedi university. Jabe watch na offer Kojo Marfo ebetena say na yeso yato aso e dey free honom. Nyambo watch na ebesan so hia.